Hello there, everyone. Or should I say, hello there, dearest gentle readers. My name is Mackenzie, the Kenzie Tano, here on YouTube, and today we're doing something a little bit different. We are going to be doing all things discussion on Bridgerton, Season 3, discuss Seasons 1 and 2, Queen Charlotte, maybe the books, and some merchandise, and some trivia. So stay tuned. I have a lot of my friends here with me today. We have... Well, let's just go down the line and see who everybody is. Who would like to go first?
I think Queen Kenzie gets to choose.
Oh, okay, alrighty. Let's go with Maddie.
Okay. I mean, what do you want us to? What do you want to know? Our favorite character? What's the vibe here? How are we introing ourselves?
So let's do your TikTok or Instagram handle, and then who your favorite Star Wars character is, just to get the ball rolling, and then your favorite Bridgerton character.
Okay, that's great. I'm Maddie. I'm the Jedi Maddie on TikTok and Instagram. My favorite Star Wars character is probably Cal Kestis at the moment.
Ooh,
Love that guy. So great. My favorite Bridgerton character, I know I said we should say this, but I don't know if I have, it bounces back and forth between Anthony and Benedict all the time. I think I'm in a Benedict phase right now.
I love Benedict.
Ask me again tomorrow, though, and it might change.
Alrighty. Let's do Andrea.
Alrighty, hi everyone. I'm Andrea. So I'm not really on TikTok. I was briefly. I uploaded like one video and keep forgetting that I have it. But I am on Instagram. I have a whopping 407 followers on Instagram. So my handle on Instagram is Padawan Chronicles, and on YouTube Padawan Chronicles as well. So mostly Star Wars reaction and merchandise content. My favorite Star Wars character is Panakin. So that's Padme and Anakin. I get a pass on two characters because they're together.
They go together, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I do love Cal Kestis so much as well. And then my favorite Bridgerton character is really hard to choose because I equally like and dislike all of them all at the same time. I have like a love-hate relationship with every single character, which is great. But I do love Violet Bridgerton. Honestly, I'm just going to go ahead and say Violet Bridgerton is probably my favorite. She's such a great mom. She's super sweet.
She's just so funny, too.
She's very funny. Oh, and Lady Danbury. Okay, I'm going to go with Violet and Lady Danbury together are my favorite character.
Those are great choices.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do Tia. You want to go next?
Yeah, so I'm Tiara. My Instagram handle and TikTok and YouTube is Craftin' on Ilum, so you can find me there. Lots of Star Wars stuff. Favorite Star Wars character, I'm in a very much big Qui-Gon phase, so yeah. Creating a design for that because of how much I love his character. And then favorite Bridgerton character is so hard to choose. I would say Kate, but equally Lady Danbury. Like those are I could choose two too. Those are my very top ones.
Those are great choices. I love Kate. And I love Lady Danbury. I love in the books that she would take her cane and like smack people with it.
Yeah, and swap people. Yeah.
And why is she not doing that in the show? There's a lack
I
of
know.
heat. Like
yeah.
I
think Adjua, she said that like if she was allowed to hit people with a cane, I don't think she would stop. So I think that could be why, but
that would make it entertaining though. I mean, yeah. That's what we want.
Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, those are good characters. I like those. And then Brittany, you want to go?
Yeah. So I'm Brittany. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok as Magically Blonde, and then kind of active on Twitter too under the Magic Nook. And my favorite Star Wars character has to be Ahsoka, of course. And my favorite Bridgerton character is Penelope, but I really do love Lady Danbury too, so I love that we're getting some Lady Danbury support here right now.
Yeah, she's great. I love Lady Danbury. I love the relationship between Lady Danbury and Penelope in the books.
Me
I
too.
love that. I love that.
Oh, they really don't explore that at all in the show.
They don't. Well, so far, not yet.
You see a lot of Eloise with the queen.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Which is weird because the queen doesn't have too much of a role in the books.
Oh, that's so interesting. Is there a Queen Charlotte book, or is that just a show?
There is. It was just written after the show. So, like, Shondaland wrote that.
Interesting.
So I think it's like a not word for word, but like pretty much it's the same thing.
I might be the only one on the panel that hasn't read any of the books.
What? Andrea, I thought you were starting them.
No, I think that was Tiara that was starting them.
I read the Penelope one. I've only read that one. But I think Lainey was also saying that she hasn't read some either, so you're not alone.
Okay, good.
I've only read 2, if that makes you feel better.
That does not make me feel bad. That's a lot of books. But I will provide the voice of the sole show watcher. So everyone's got book knowledge. So I'll give the perspective of someone who hasn't read the books.
Well, I mean, I've only read 1 through, what is it? Francesca's the 6th book. Yeah. So I'm halfway through her book. So I'm 1 through half of 6.
Yeah, I'm honestly so curious to see how the books differ from the show and vibe. I know a lot of the plot lines are different, but I'm wondering how the vibes are different.
So I watch the show and then read the book that correlates to that season. And I love doing it that way because, I mean, there's a lot that you can only get from like the actor experience. Like seeing it is really great, but then if you read the book, you get a lot of, the inner thoughts. So like the turmoil and the spicy scenes, it's a little more, you get a lot more in that space. So, the storylines are pretty close to the same. There's just a lot more depth in the book.
I've heard that Anthony season in particular, they're like, whoa, they did something
so different.
That's what I hear.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's basically it. I've heard it's very different.
Yeah, from like the bee sting onward. It's all different.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And like Edwina, I don't know how y'all feel about Edwina, but in the show, I cannot stand her. And in the book, like I didn't mind her at all. In the show, they made her very, like her feelings get hurt, and then she's just, I hate the world to everybody and everything. So I didn't really like her. And they kind of dumbed her down a bit. In my opinion.
Yeah, they kind of did make her more of a plot device and less of an actual character. So I wasn't a huge fan of that. And the reason I'm not a huge fan of season 2, it seems like season 2 is people's preferred season of the 3 Bridgerton seasons. The reason I'm not a huge fan is because it felt very soap opera-y to me as I was watching it. Like she gets on the horse and then she falls off the horse and then she faints, and it was like I kept taking me out of the moment and immersing myself in the show because I'm like, what soap opera am I watching right now? So that's why I didn't enjoy Anthony's season a whole lot personally.
You should definitely read the second book then, because it's a lot less dramatic, I think, than the show. At least I think so. Like some of those moments are a little more realistic.
Yeah.
This is coming from somebody who like really enjoys the cheesy romance too. Like I am here for the fact that she got on the horse and fell off the horse. But the book is a lot less dramatic than that. You might actually enjoy the story then if you read it.
Awesome. Yeah, because I do appreciate the drama. I liked the tension in season 1 with Miss Thompson, and it's like Colin's so sweet and he proposes, but he doesn't know that, she's with child. So there's all this like tension, and Mrs. Whistledown, like I still didn't know who she was because I hadn't read the book. So I was like, ooh, intrigue. But then there were moments in season 2 that I was like, this is cartoonish. This is a little much. So I would like find myself rolling my eyes, but maybe I'll read the book because I do want to appreciate their storyline more than I do. So.
Well, I love Canthony. They were so good. And I didn't read any of the books until after I watched Queen Charlotte. So it wasn't until December I got the second book for Christmas. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I love Canthony even more. And then I was like, well, this is completely different, but I do love the details because you know more about Kate and like her background, more about her parents. She actually struggles with like huge anxiety attacks during like thunderstorms, and it reminds her of her parents, and Anthony has to be there for her and help her through that, which I loved. And they kind of switch roles a little bit in the series. Anthony has huge anxiety attacks and PTSD when it comes to his dad. So those are a little bit switched in the show, which I did like, because we know more backstory on Anthony and Edmund and all of that. What was your biggest thing that you enjoyed in season 2? And then what was the thing you didn't like in season 2?
Is that for everybody?
Yeah, everybody.
Okay, someone else go, because now I gotta think.
I mean, the first Anthony's monologue, the "You are the bane of my existence and the object of all my desires," that lives in my head rent free. That scene,
no.
And it's not even the fact that was like, man, that speech was so good, but Jonathan Bailey's acting, his face acting is so good. Like I felt like he was talking to me in that scene. Like I was so immersed in that. So I just like loved that so much. I don't know, least favorite. I mean, Kenzie, I kind of agree with you with Edwina's character. Like I enjoyed her, but at times it was, I don't even know what whiny isn't the word I'm looking for, but like didn't have as much depth as in the book. So she just kind of felt like she was there at times to be the reason that those two couldn't be together.
She felt like a pick-me
kind of
girl.
like,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's not really like a scene, but that would probably be my least favorite thing. I agree with you there.
Okay.
Oh, Kenzie, you got a couple comments in your live chat.
Oh, what did they say?
Do you know how to get to them? So on the left side.
Oh, Brittany! Other Brittany. Hey. I want to respond to who?
Do you know how to feature them? You just have to click on them.
Oh, there we go. See, okay, you guys, first time ever hosting a live stream, so we're learning a couple of things.
You're doing great.
So like I said, the Queen Charlotte show, that was its own spin-off that Shondaland created, and then the book was created after that. So and then we'll show this one. Hello.
That's Joshua.
Oh, hello. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, he's working right now, so he's watching from work.
That's nice. Oh yeah, you said that he was watching it. How are you liking it?
So the first Bridgerton that Joshua watched was season 3, because I was watching it. So he's like, "Oh, I'll watch it with you." So he watched the 4 episodes of season 3 with me, and because he didn't totally hate it, I was like, "Oh, do you want to just watch we can go back to season 1," because season 3 felt like it was over so fast after 4 very short episodes.
So fast. We need more.
And Joshua is surprisingly invested in season 1. I think he's even enjoying season 1 more than season 3 so far, probably because he's getting more background on the characters. Like he's seeing Penelope in season 1 after having seen her in season 3, and Colin in season 1, and he's able to see how the characters have changed. And it really is a big change. Like Colin almost feels like an entirely different person. And I totally forgot that until now. And I hadn't rewatched season 1 in like years, maybe like 2 years. So I'm watching it again for the first time in a really long time now that I'm exposing Joshua to it. And I'm like, wow, Colin really did change a lot after the breakup with Miss Thompson.
Well, I would be curious to know his perspective of season 3 after he watches, because when you start with season 1, you kind of like grow with Colin and Penelope, but if you watch 3 first and then go back, you probably notice a lot of those moments that they like kind of had chemistry in the first 2 seasons and just kind of denied it. So I would be interested to know.
No, Joshua, I said you didn't totally hate it. That's why we're watching season 1. Yes, Joshua is a huge Bridgerton fan.
Enough.
Yeah, no, he I did ask him about that, like, oh, what do you think of Colin and Penelope now that you're seeing season 1? He does like Colin more now that he's kind of seen a little bit more of his origin story. Because if you're watching season 3 out of the gate, having never seen anything else, Colin kind of comes across as a D-bag a little
Yeah,
bit,
he's a
you know?
total
Mhm.
playboy. I don't like him at the beginning.
Yes, and I don't think you're meant to. And I don't think even Colin likes himself, and I think that's what he realizes
Yeah,
at some
he's
point.
totally putting on a front. He's like, I went to Paris and all these other cities, and this is how the men acted, and now I'm going back to the Ton, and I have to go act how those men are acting for everyone to like me and think I'm a man now, which is like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
wake up.
Yeah, but in
Like, I
season
don't like
1, he's so sweet and he's such a romantic in season 1. So Joshua does like Colin a lot more now that he understands kind of why he is the way he is in season 3.
Mhm. Righty. Do you guys want to do some trivia?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
I was
nervous.
like, I think
Me
I
too.
came up with a couple of things that I think are going to be easy, but we shall see. I think that they're easy. Oh, but before we go into trivia, I wanted to show everybody who don't read the books how many books there are, what they're about. So there are 8 books for 8 siblings. There's The Duke and I, which is Daphne and Simon's story. The Viscount Who Loved Me, which is Antony and Kate. And then Benedict's story, An Offer from a Gentleman. I'm not going to say their significant others in case you guys don't want spoilers. Andrea.
Yeah.
or anybody,
Thank you.
watching. You're welcome. And then Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, book 4, which is what we're on, Penelope and Colin. And then we have To Sir Philip with Love. That is Eloise. That's kind of a spoiler because his name's right there. Francesca's story, When He Was Wicked, On the Way to the Wedding, which is Gregory, and it's in his case for Hyacinth. I'm kind of nervous to read Gregory and Hyacinth because they're so little. Like, it's going to be really weird to read steamy scenes about them, you know?
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. Like, I don't really.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awkward.
It's going to be a weird one. Okay. So let's do a bit of a refresh, shall we? So season 1, Daphne and Simon. What were your thoughts on season 1?
I'm kind of hiding behind Joshua's comment.
No.
There you go. Also, if you just click over the comment you just featured, it just goes away.
Oh. Okay. All
Here
right.
I am.
No,
Wait, can you repeat the question?
What did we think about season 1? Like their relationship, the storyline, the trope.
Surprising to me, people don't really seem to like Simon and Daphne. I don't know why. I really, even rewatching it, I really enjoy their chemistry. I like their storyline. So I don't know. I find it confusing why people hate them so much.
My only reasoning for not liking this season as much, it was the very first one, and I had never seen a show like this. And, you know, it was during the pandemic. It came out Christmas Day, and this was such a cool new show that I hadn't seen. I was very much into it. I think I watched the first season when it came out twice. And then since it's come out, I think I've watched it 2 more times. It's not my favorite, only because I don't like, and the book is pretty much 95% of the book is in this show. So it's very similar. I don't like I don't like that Daphne pretty much essayed her husband, and I don't like that he lied to her about having kids. Like that just that's a no-go for me. So that's the only reason why I didn't like their season as much. Their chemistry, the costumes, the other characters in the show, I love. We get introduced to Colin and Penelope, you know, for the first time. So, and then I guess that because Reggae doesn't return to season 2, it kind of like makes me like their season less. Just because we don't get to see them together after they're married, like we do with Kate and Anthony.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And I'm not at the point of our rewatch where that happens yet. So I'm curious to see, like, get Joshua's take too. Like, how does this make you feel differently about, you know, Daphne and Simon? after we watched that episode. But I mean, up until then, I really like their ruse and like pretending to be in love, and I totally see what you're saying. But other than that, I think their season's really interesting, and I like how they're totally different characters because he was an only child. He didn't like his father. He grew up basically alone, as opposed to Daphne, who's surrounded by siblings and loves her mom and her late father. So I just love the juxtaposition of like just totally different lives.
Yeah, I kind of wish, because Kenzie, I'm with you. That scene where she does that is so icky to me,
Like,
and
you don't do that to your husband. Like, come on.
yeah, and I just, girl, what are we doing? But I feel like because we've gone like 2.5 seasons now, and I know all the other characters so much better, like the fact that they're not really around at all anymore just makes me not as interested in them.
Yeah.
Like, and I wish one thing that this is a season 3 thing, not to jump ahead, but one thing I really, really wish we had is like Daphne to mentor Francesca.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that relationship would be so sweet if you had those moments with them together. And I like wish that she would come back even without reggae. But
I know they just need to recast Francesca. They just need to recast Simon, because I really think that Daphne could have been in this season, to mentor Francesca, to have that moment where Colin is like, one should marry their best friend. Yes, we got it with Violet, which I liked, a little mother-son moment, but that was with Daphne, and I like that he goes to her for that. And I don't know, I feel like we're missing a couple of things.
I agree. That's what I was just about to say. I really liked having Daphne in the book romancing Mr. Bridgerton, and that whole scene where Colin's just like going to talk to her and everything. And it's just a real shame that we're missing out on some of that because of freaking Simon.
Yeah.
Well, do we know, is there like a reason that she didn't come back? I know Reggae had the whole big career moment thing that he was whatever, but is there a reason that she didn't come back?
I
feel like I haven't heard anything about that, so I'm just like,
I know she's been quiet. She's been quiet. I don't know.
Maybe she wasn't asked back for some reason. Maybe they didn't ask her to come back, and she didn't like want to say anything, in the public eye. I don't know.
Rude, Shondaland. If you didn't ask her back,
yeah.
What the heck?
I feel like we could have had her for one more season. Like, we don't see her. I don't remember. We don't see her in Benedict's story, right? Or no, Simon's there. I don't remember.
I heard,
you
or
were
I
the book
read,
expert.
Well,
I read a comment. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't want to ruin anything for the second part of season 3, but for book readers, there is a huge role that both Simon and Daphne
That is true. That is
so
true.
I'm very confused on how a lot of that is going to play out.
That's what I heard. I heard Simon in particular has a really big part.
Is that just going to be Antony now? Like, I know
probably.
I wonder.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's say. Let's see. Was anybody else bugged that in season 1, 2 people of the opposite sex being alone together was super scandalous, but in season 2 and 3 they're alone, unchaperoned all the time? That is a good point.
Yes, I did think that, especially with like the carriage scene. I guess nobody saw them, but I don't know. I feel like if you go back to season 1, it's like they could not be seen under any circumstances alone, or they would be forced to marry. And you could argue at that point, Colin wouldn't have minded being alone with Penelope because he already had it in mind to marry her. So if they get caught, it's like, well, who cares? We'll just get married like we wanted to. So yeah, but I did think about that too, Brittany. It's like a different culture almost.
But also, like, everyone's known that Colin has no feelings for Penelope at all. Like, they're just friends. They're always seen dancing together. Even Antony says in the first season, Colin and Penelope dance at the ball all the time. Like, that doesn't mean anything. So maybe it doesn't mean anything for them because people just don't think anything of it. But like Kate and Antony, they're alone all the time together.
Yeah.
How does Sabrina not think of anything? Like, she doesn't think anything of it. No one does. I mean, Lady Danbury kind of knows, which we see, but
that's true. Unless you're thinking about Francesca when she goes out to the patio and she's alone with like her favorite suitor, unless you're talking about that. I don't know.
Wait, why would they have to recast Simon?
So Joshua doesn't know this, but Simon doesn't want to come back to the show ever. So people are asking for Shonda to recast him, and she's basically said that she refuses to recast.
Yeah, but like, why would you sign on to a show knowing that this is a book series and it has 8 books, and Simon has a big role in, I want to say, a little over half of it? So why would you only want to do 1 season?
It could be
I
that he
don't
just
get it.
changed his mind after season 1. Maybe he changed his mind about coming back. I don't know if this is true at all, but I heard it might have to do with the racism he experienced after the first season.
What?
And then maybe the production company not supporting him or protecting him as much as he would have liked.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really sad.
Honestly, if that's the reason, good for him for
Yeah.
not subjecting himself to that.
Yeah.
And like, I do get it on one hand, like if, you know, because this show has gotten such a large fan base, like I understand maybe why Shauna doesn't want to recast, because that's when you're this far into it, it's kind of, it might be a little jarring to do that. But also, like, you know, if he has such a big role, like you book readers are talking about, then it's kind of like, well, maybe we should then. I don't know.
They also could probably add characters to fill that role, like somehow introduce a new character. So we'll
That's
see.
true.
Well, I mean, we did get Francesca recast, but in the books, like, she's always in Bath with the aunt, right? So, I mean, she was never really around in the first 2 seasons, so it was easier to recast her. But
Yeah.
still, I like can only see Hannah Dodd as Francesca now. I'm sorry, I don't know the other actress's name, because she's like never did any press for it. She even like Hyacinth and Gregory, those actors, they did press, but she never did. So like and she was always like, I forgot that she was a Bridgerton sibling. So
you're saying you see the new Francesca as the Francesca now, not the
yeah, the newer one.
I think that's fair because she has so many more lines this season. I remember my like first season, I used to get Hyacinth and Francesca like confused, and I couldn't keep track of which one was which. So yeah, I'm with you there.
I had to rewatch to remember who Francesca was, because I forgot that she existed. Like, I forgot she was one of their siblings.
That
Well,
was
she
me
had
too.
such a small role that when they said that she was recast, I was like, wait, really? Like, I didn't even notice. I'm like, yeah, that's Francesca.
I know, they announced that, and I was like, wait, who played her in the first one? Because like I couldn't remember.
Literally.
I'm like, I'm so sorry to that actress. You just you weren't in it. But yeah. Okay, so season 1, like we discussed, is so many things. But it follows the first book, The Duke and I, so Simon and Daphne. And then that leads into then season 2, which is based off of The Viscount Who Loved Me, a tension-filled season that showcases the love and vexing, see what I did there, relationship between Kate and Anthony. What are your thoughts on this season?
I really loved this season. I am a huge fan of the enemies to lovers trope. So I feel like I'm the target audience for what that season was. And I feel like it was so much, like, seen so much more in the book too, which was just really great to read that after. And yeah, I'm a big season 2 fan.
Season 2 was my favorite. I watched this nonstop. And then I read the book. And then I read Romancing Mr. Bridgerton. And then I got hooked on that.
Yeah. Same.
I fully agree. The enemies to lovers, just
it's so good.
So good. This is the season, like, when we were waiting for new Bridgerton, like I like didn't go back and rewatch season 1. I just kept watching season 2 on repeat. I was like, I just love it so much. So I'm actually okay. And their chemistry is so good. I was so glad that they did a little bit of that in season 3, but not enough to the point where it was like overwhelmingly Cantony. I appreciate it. But we still got a taste, and I really loved that. It was like, for my season 2 heart, that was so good.
I know. I heard a couple of people complaining. They're like, why did we only get 2 scenes with them in it? I'm like, it's not their season. We just got a whole season of them. That we got the 1 episode, and we still have 4 left. So
They showed us they're still in love and doing their thing, and that's all we really need.
Right. I do wish, as a book reader, Kenzie, you mentioned that we saw a lot of Kate and her like phobia of thunderstorms.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if Julia Quinn has a phobia. I wouldn't be surprised with how well she writes it, though, because I have a phobia. And the way that she writes about that vulnerability in that moment, and then also like the care and love that Anthony has to display to like kind of talk her back down in those moments, it's just like one of the purest forms of love ever. So that's why I feel like I'm a big fan of Anthony after that.
Yeah.
In the show, it's the horse that gets the thunder phobia.
Yeah.
I'm just focused on the horse. You can't not focus on it.
Oh my gosh. I wonder why they made that change in the show.
Probably because they wanted to show Anthony's PTSD about the bees and the losing a loved one. Like, he just couldn't bear the thought of loving someone and then losing them again. And I get it. If he had the bee PTSD and she had the thunder PTSD, it would have been like too much. So I think they just chose to focus on Anthony's trauma.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, let's see, Brittany. I'm laughing. I remember hearing season 2 was going to be about Anthony, and I hated him. What? In season 1. Now it's my favorite season. Okay, I forgive you for your comment. I know.
I get that though, because the whole like almost forcing Daphne to marry some weird old guy, and you kind of are like, why are we doing this? So that character development was they did really good with him in season 2.
I think it's because, and I the only reason I know this is because I rewatched it so recently, but the mom basically looks at him and is like, well, Daphne would already have a match if your father was still here. So Anthony's immediately like,
pressure.
Yeah, Anthony immediately like, okay, who passes my litmus test and will marry her or get engaged to her pronto? Because she had a lot of suitors, but no one was really proposing.
Right.
Yeah. Can we just be all thankful that Nigel Berber is not in the rest of this series?
Thank God.
Not because, Andrea, spoiler alert, Nigel Featherington, well, there's your spoiler. Nigel Berber marries Prudence, right? Prudence Featherington.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
Oh wow!
But he's also not like, he's still older, but he's not gross and like.
No, it was Marina who the mother Featherington was trying to push on Marina, like the super old guy. But Berbrick wasn't that old. He was just super obnoxious and not attractive whatsoever, super bad personality and violent and depressive. But yeah. What was the question? I forgot what we were even talking about.
Isn't it fantastic how we don't have to do Nigel anymore?
Yes, and I do like the 2 guys that the sisters are married to. I think they add a lot of humor. So I'm so glad one of them isn't Berbrick.
Yeah. And then another difference that they did make, I know that in season 2 we see Marina for the last time. What I think would be, I don't know. I think it would be the last time, and she's not, because my sister is reading. She just finished Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, and she's going on to Eloise's book, and she was a bit confused because she didn't read the first 2, and she's only seen the show. So she was confused. She's like, what do you mean Marina is their cousin? So Marina is actually the Bridgerton's cousin, not the Featherington's cousin. So
what?
Yeah, so I remember reading that, and then after watching the show, and I'm like, could you imagine if Colin just like married his cousin? Like, that would be so weird.
I think that was very, very common at the time, because when you watch Pride and Prejudice, what's that lady's name?
Cousin? Yeah.
Yeah, the super annoying lady, the patroness, de Burgh, patroness de Burgh. I don't know what her name is, but she's trying to get Darcy to marry her daughter, and they're cousins. So it seems like it was really common.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's just strange. But all in all, so what did we rate out of 10 season 1? Because I was going to ask that about season 2.
comparatively, are we like before I watched season 2? The rating?
Just like by themselves. By themselves.
Okay.
So
I
like
would
a
give
6 or 7.
Yeah, I
6
was
or
gonna say 7, 7.5.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say 7.
Yeah, I'd probably rate it a bit lower, maybe like, I don't know, like a 5. There were parts that I liked, but just a little too ridiculous. But there were parts I definitely liked. Maybe I'll like it more when I watch it a second time.
Mm-hmm. I would say it's like a 7 for me. Hey Lex, hey girls, didn't watch Bridgerton, but wanted to stop by to support the gals. Thanks, Lex. Thank you. What did Brittany say? Oh, what?
I think that's
What was
probably
that
about. It's probably Marina being a Bridgerton and not a Featherington.
Oh, okay. Yeah, super weird. All right, and then season 2 as a whole, what were we gonna rate it?
Oh wait, were we rating season 1 before?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought we were rating season 2. Okay, sorry. We're like on the season 2 side, so I got mixed up. So I'll change my season 1 score with all of the different storylines: Colin, Miss Thompson, Daphne's and Simon's. Who's, again, despite all of its flaws, I did really enjoy like their courtship phase and everything. I'd probably give season 1 like a 7.5, and then season 2 I'd give like a 5.
Joshua says a 5.
Joshua, I might change my mind.
Or
We might
two.
watch season 2 and I might be like, this is so much better than I remember. I don't know. We'll have to see.
I'll combat your 5 because I would give it like a 9. I love it so much. So we can even
Yeah,
it
it's
out
like
there.
8 or 9 for
Yeah,
sure.
I'd also probably give it like an 8 or a 9.
Okay, but how much of that is due to Anthony's jawline?
Very little. Very little.
Jonathan
It is
Bailey,
nice, but
It is.
Jonathan Bailey, he's just, oh my gosh. Anything he does, I am there. I will sign up. I will be his #1 fan. He does nothing but amaze me. He's amazing. And yes, it might be because, she's the bane of his existence and the object of all his desires, but it's still really good. So I would give it a 9. Just because I rewatch this all the time.
What else has he been in?
He was recently in a really good short series called Fellow Travelers. It's about the lavender scare and the AIDS pandemic, and from all the way from the 60s through the 80s. It's like a period piece, and it's really, really good. And he's opposite Matt Bomer, who's also a part of the LGBTQ plus community, and it's really good. It's on Showtime and Paramount Plus. Really, really good. And then he's also going to be in Wicked. He's going to be Fiyero, which I'm very excited about. Yay! Very excited to see him sing and dance in that. And then what else is he in? Oh, he's going to be in Heartstopper season 3, another queer love story on Netflix that's going in a really good direction. I really like. I haven't read that book series, but that's also on my list after I finish all the Bridgerton books. And then he just announced that he's going to be the lead in Jurassic World.
Jurassic Park. Yeah,
Wow, so random.
He's been in a lot of, as a musical theater girly, I'm very excited for Wicked, but he's also been in a lot of like West End shows. He was in The Company. He was in the last 5 years, and he can sing.
The last 5 years, I cried when I saw that for the first time. Andrea, I will send you guys, I'll send it in the chat. It is so good.
Just last night, found out he was Jamie in the last 5 years and listened to all the recordings, and I was like screaming. I was like, he's so good. So him as Fiyero in Wicked is going to be life-changing.
I haven't seen him in anything else.
Me either.
But I do think he's an amazing actor in Bridgerton. Like he acts so much with his eyes, like the anger or like the longing. In season 1, when he shows up to Sienna's house the night before the duel with Simon, I mean, it's so believable. Like I loved his acting in season 2. The only thing that took me out of it was just the ridiculousness of the plot at times, again with the horses and the fainting and the coma. So it took me out a little bit, but not because of his acting. He's really, really good.
I love him. And of course, all of the fine men that I love are gay, and I have no chance.
Right?
Like, I just recently watched, sorry, we're getting off topic. I mean, I'm getting off topic. I just recently watched White Collar with Matt Bomer because he was in Fellow Travelers with Jonathan Bailey. And I'm just like, why do they have to not be attracted to me? Like, like, these men are just so talented. What the heck? All of the men in Bridgerton, they all sing. So they're all talented. And like we just discussed the other day, Luke Newton was in a boy band and he sings, and so does Benedict. So, I mean, everyone's very musically talented.
Has everybody seen the video of the three of them singing, is it Can't Help Falling in Love?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my gosh, that is just so great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think I have, but send it in the chat.
I will send it right now.
We'll send it.
I just sent the other two, so I will send it right now. For those that have not seen it, it's on YouTube. It's really, really good. Highly recommend watching those because they're all so talented. Jonathan Bailey was in a Phoebe Waller-Bridge show called Crashing. He was amazing. I think I know what you're talking about, but I have not seen it. Because I went down a rabbit hole of all the things he was in. Completely different character. It kind of shocked me to see him as Antony afterwards. Yeah.
His range is impressive. Everything he's just so good.
He says, yes, Regency era shows really prep you for the Jurassic period. Yes. If you didn't know, that's how you prepare for dinosaurs. Well, okay. Yeah, so very, very, very good. So besides Antony and his sideburns being gone for season 2, I love the addition. Yeah, right. I like the addition of making the Sharma sisters Indian. I think that, again, Shondaland does a great job including everyone of color, different sexualities, disabilities, all the different things into her shows, which I love. So seeing Kate and Edwina, they were beautiful. And in the books, they're blonde, blue-eyed, and I'm sorry, I don't want to see anyone else that looks like me, okay? I'm so sick of I see blonde hair and blue eyes in the mirror every day. I want to see other beautiful women on my screens that I can fawn over like Kate Sharma. So I was very happy to see that they made that change.
And
all the
it amazes me
too.
Yeah. And it amazes me every time Kate cries, she's still stunning. Like, I wish that I looked that good when I was crying.
Literally.
I just don't understand how she's just so gorgeous.
She is. She like glistens. She's beautiful. Oh my gosh. I could go on about her. But we're going to go forward now to Queen Charlotte. What did we think about Queen Charlotte? Queen Charlotte.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Queen Charlotte, for those that don't know, is a limited series spin-off which gives us a peek behind the curtain and into the past, showing us a roller coaster of a love that is between King George and Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton. So 10 out of 10 from TR. Anyone else? What would you rate it?
I would agree. It was so good.
I loved this one. It's 10 out of 10. I love that they show the struggles of mental health and being there for someone who has that and not walking away, and it's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I didn't think that I would because I don't think the queen is a very likable character in the main series. Like, she's so mean and she treats a lot of her servants so terrible. And I didn't like her. I was like, she's not a likable character to me, but I really liked Queen Charlotte in the Queen Charlotte show. And it's such a sad story too. It like made me tear up at like the obvious scenes that come to mind when you think of how sad it is.
Sorry guys.
Yeah, I was nervous to start this one because I don't know, after enjoying the first 2 seasons, I was nervous to kind of step away from that main ensemble cast. And kind of experience something different, but I was so pleasantly surprised at how much I loved it. Like, just the whole storyline was so good.
I agree. Yeah, and I also don't find Queen Charlotte to be a likable character in the main series. So when I saw that they were doing this as a spinoff, I was kind of like, I don't know. I guess I'll watch it because it's Bridgerton. But like,
Same. That's how I felt.
Interested. Yeah. And at first, like, not gonna lie, like the first like episode or two, maybe like I wasn't really hooked yet. And I was like, dang, like, see, I was right. But then it ended up just being so beautiful. And just seeing all of those unfold, it's just, I don't know. I thought that it was incredible and very, very well done. Also, like, stunning casting.
Yeah,
Like,
India Mortifio looks just like Golda.
I know.
They all look just like them.
It's crazy.
And they're all equally as talented.
Yeah.
So
well, something cool about this too is like, I think this, because the queen isn't necessarily the most likable, I think this series did a great job of kind of explaining maybe why a little bit. Like, she has been through so much, and she, you know, maybe this is why she obsesses over the rest of Baton's relationships, because she misses that for herself. And you see that in, you know, when you have those interactions with George in the first 2 seasons. So, I mean, it was just a really good exploration of that.
I do still much prefer young Charlotte to older Queen Charlotte, because even in the Queen Charlotte show, a show where I'm already liking Charlotte more, they show her in the future with her kids, and she's so cold. And she's so mean. And I'm like, no, I'll go back to younger Charlotte when she was nice.
It's so funny, though, when she says, sorrows, sorrows, prayers.
Prayers. Okay, one thing I do love about the Queen, though, is her wigs.
They are amazing. They
I
are
feel
this
like
past season,
yeah,
that thing with the
Yeah.
I don't even know how to describe it. This like interactive wig that she has on.
Did you guys see that girl on TikTok where she was making fun of the wigs for Queen Charlotte, and it was like a bubble blower? It was bubbles. It's like Queen Charlotte wigs be like this, and it like bubbles.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's so funny.
That is funny. That is funny.
Yeah,
I want to know how
Joshua
much
was
they
like,
weigh. That I just
oh my gosh, her neck must hurt so bad after a day.
Right.
Yeah.
She had to be lifted to hospital at one point because the pain was just so much. She had to be taken out of her costume and out of her wig. Like, that's crazy.
Oh my
so
god,
crazy.
Hey, didn't watch this new season, but my girlfriend did.
You should watch it then.
Yeah, watch it, Ricky.
That's what pretending does. Makes you
Parenting. Yeah.
the wig with the diorama.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, Joshua. Joshua looks at me when they show the interactive wig, and he was like, "Is that a diorama in her hair?"
I thought that I watched a video, I think last year, of them making one of the wigs for Queen Charlotte, and I think it took them hours to make, and it weighed more than 10 pounds. Like, can you imagine that? Like, just like hitting your head. Like,
maybe that's why she's so mean, because she's so uncomfortable and in pain.
Yeah, maybe she just needs a lighter wig and it would be fine. Yeah.
Oh, I totally get it. Yeah.
Joshua says, "What's that line from Nemo? An entire ecosystem contained within a single." What does it say? I can't read it. Sorry.
Infinitesimal.
Sure. Dot or something comes to mind.
Joshua remembers the most obscure quotes from Finding Nemo.
I was just gonna say I don't remember that quote from Nemo.
I don't either. Is that from Finding Dory? I feel like it would be from Finding Dory, right? I don't know. But you know what quote does come to mind though? Her hair must hold secrets, or it's so big because she has secrets, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh! But I
read somewhere that her wigs are like that because it helps King George be reminded of like who she is. I don't know if that's accurate or not because I haven't like read a whole lot of the books, but she keeps it like that because it's from that era and where they've progressed to different hairstyles, but she keeps it for him. I don't know.
That would be such a nice detail if that's why. But I also just think it's because she's so extra, you know?
Yeah. That too.
a combination, yeah.
Oh, it's the Stingray science teacher.
Mr. Ray.
Yeah, he
Oh,
points
Mr.
out
Ray.
some facts and
Oh.
says that. All right, cool. What did we think about her friendship? We get to see behind the scenes a little bit. Her friendship with not Adjoa, that's the actress. With Agatha
Lady
Danbury. I
So
liked it.
cool. Yeah, so fun to see the backstory because you see them be friends in season 1 and you're like, oh, I guess they're just friends. But it's fun to see
Yeah.
how they became friends.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
her relationship with the Bridgerton guy, I don't know what his name is. The
Brimsley?
mom's dad.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, uh-huh. Dude, I was not expecting that.
Spoilers.
How did I forget? How did I forget her
Her dad's name?
The mom.
I don't remember
Violet.
what Violet's dad's name is.
Violet's dad, yeah. That was like really bothering me.
Which also explains why Lady Danbury and Violet are also so close. Because you also just kind of take that for granted in season 1. You're like, oh, they're friends too. Okay. But it makes sense because they have somewhat of like a mother-daughter relationship.
Yeah.
And I do like that. But I think that's so odd, though, that she is more interested in being more of a motherly older sister figure to Violet than she was her actual children.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Lady Danbury has kids. We just don't see them.
I honestly, I don't even remember her having kids. I totally forgot that she does.
Yeah, I think she has like 4 boys or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you would have asked me right now, I would have been like, oh, Lady Danbury never had kids. But I know
she's so interested in everyone else's children. Like
yeah, she raised Simon.
The Duke. Yeah, the Duke.
Yeah, that's another thing. She raised Simon. And a lot of people, I've seen a theory, and I kind of agreed, but now I'm not thinking so much after seeing Queen Charlotte. A lot of people thought it was because she was a queer character and really loved his mom, Emily. And since she had passed away and that was her best friend, she then raised him when she found out he was still alive. But I don't know if I believe that so much anymore. I think it was just because she was doing a service to her friend by raising her son.
And I think her heart went out to baby Simon because you see this little boy and yeah, he has like a stutter, but you see this man and he's so cruel to his son. Like, how could you not empathize with that situation?
It's so sad. Oh, sad.
I know, Brittany, me too. I was like, Lady Danbury doesn't have kids.
Oh, what? I was positive Lady Danbury didn't have kids. Mandela effect.
Same.
Well, I didn't realize she had kids either until I rewatched Queen Charlotte. I'm like, oh, she actually did have kids. Did anyone else think it was odd that when she went to go meet up with Violet's father, he brought Violet with her or with them?
It's a little.
Yep.
I was like, you know what they were meeting up for. She had her hopes up, and you bring your kid.
Right.
But I guess it was just a reminder for him to be like, yeah, I put my family first or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is good, I guess.
It probably explains why Violet is so attached to the idea of a love match for her kids. Because she saw how much her parents didn't love each other. So she's like, okay, it's got to be a love match.
Oh, yeah. Her mom was terrible. Her mom was terrible, racist, mean.
Yeah.
Not a nice lady. But yeah. So everyone can agree, though, that Queen Charlotte was either 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. What?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll give it, it's been a while since I watched it. I would say 9 or 10. I remember really enjoying it. I remember it being really sad, though.
It was so sad. I remember this one. I did cry a lot. It was hard to watch. Lainey says, it's so weird. I did not appreciate that dynamic at all. Which dynamic?
I think she means Violet's dad and Lady Danbury.
Oh, okay. Okay. Alrighty. Let's continue on to my favorite season so far. Okay. We are doing season 3, Polin, Colin, and Penelope. I put some Easter eggs on this slide, which I thought was fun.
Such a cute slide.
Thank you. So we have the butterfly, which is the Featherington's symbol. We see Penelope wearing a lot of butterflies, which is why I have butterflies on my necklace, because it's very reminiscent of Penelope. Lainey said 9 out of 10 for Queen Charlotte. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We can all agree. It was so good. Oh my gosh. That is so cute. Thanks, Lainey. And then we have the carriage for obvious reasons. Wink, wink, wink. And then we have the quill for Lady Whistledown, and then 3 mirrors, which we will get into in part 2. Oh, so good. Andrea, you need to read the book.
Oh,
So good.
I didn't think the carriage would come up because everyone was talking about carriage mirror. That's all I saw over Instagram. And I was like, oh, the carriage is probably something for later in the season when they're married. But no, it was at the very end of part 1.
Yep. Okay, so season 3. We have all been waiting for this. Like I've said multiple times, this is my favorite story. We've been waiting for Polin to come into the light. And I have been so impatient. I would not make a good Jedi, like I have said. This is based off of Romancing Mr. Bridgerton. What did you guys think so far on the first 4 episodes? I loved it.
I also loved it. It's my favorite book so far. I've only read the books for the shows that have been out. So it's been my favorite book. So I was like highly looking forward to this because Colin has kind of always been my favorite Bridgerton brother, and Penelope has always been my favorite character. So just to like finally have them get together is incredible. And I think that the show so far has been like a perfect 10 out of 10 for me, if I'm being fully honest.
Same. Mm-hmm.
I loved it. I think I'm at like an 8 out of 10 just because I know the fallout that's coming and I want to make sure that they resolve it in a good way before I commit to like
only thing.
Yeah, same.
That's my only thing right now.
Yeah, and I haven't read this book yet, but like I know what the mirror scene is, so I do know what is coming, and I'm excited. But something that I love about this is Penelope as representation for like women that are bigger. I so desperately wish that Penelope existed for me growing up as a kid. Like maybe not, I don't think I would have been able to watch this as a kid, but to have that like to have that kind of character though, and like a prominent lead role in a romance, that is so important. And I'm so glad that they did what they did and casted Nicola because she's fabulous. I just love it so much.
Mm-hmm. I know. I wish that I had, because I'm like, you see Daphne in the first season, and she's so tiny, and then Kate is tall and beautiful and tiny, and then we see India, who Martifia, who plays the younger version of Queen Charlotte, and she's tiny. So I've always loved Penelope because I'm like, oh, she's like me. She's so weird, and she looks like me. She actually looks like me. So I do love that. We knew that there was going to be a glow up makeover scene, you know, like a she's all that montage, but I'm happy that they didn't make it to be like, oh, she's 2 stone lighter now. Like she's pretty now. No, she's always been beautiful. And I'm happy that they didn't fall into like the cliche, like, oh, she has to be skinny and she has to be beautiful for people to realize that she's pretty, which is not true. She has been all along. So I can agree with you on that.
Yeah. And in the book, I don't think is this a spoiler? I don't think so. But in the book, she loses weight, right? And that's like the main reason that people now.
But it's over a course of like, what was it, 8-10 years or something like that? There's a huge time jump. So I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah.
But
I appreciated they did the accentuating the natural beauty thing instead of kind of going that route. I feel like that too made it more genuine, in my opinion.
Yeah, I like that we're not getting like copy paste like Daphne season 1, Daphne season 2, Daphne season 3 under a different name. I do love to see that. And I think Kate was a great like body representation too for a different reason. I'm average height, I'm 5'4", but a lot of the taller girls that I have as like friends have told me they're also very self-conscious about how tall they are and their height. So I think Kate was also a really great representation. Can I talk about Penelope's glow up real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
because when I was watching season 3, I was like, oh yeah, I guess she looks better. But then I went back to season 1 and I was like, oh my
Whoa,
god,
she looks better.
she looks so much better. And I think it's because I'd seen her on so much press stuff, like red
Uh-huh.
carpet stuff, interviews and stuff, that it didn't hit me as much when season 3 started. Like, oh, she looks so beautiful, because I'd already seen her like with her hair done up and everything. And I saw the trailer for the season, so it didn't hit me. But you go back to season 1, her hairstyles are horrendous, like poodle tower. And
know,
they did
so
not put
bad.
her in any makeup in season 1.
Mm.
So it's just like she looks so much better in season 3, and it's really obvious when you go back and see her in season 1. And I remember watching behind the scenes footage for season 1, and like costume design specifically talks about how they put her in unflattering dresses, like just dresses that were not her color at all, just so that they could have that glow up moment later on in season 3.
Yeah. I remember them saying that like her bust line too, they made it a bit higher to make it look like she was younger and a bit heavier than she was. Because if you can see in like her newer outfits, which I have a slide on, her waistline is actually way lower than what the dresses were, and there's a huge difference. So it's really cool how they play with that.
Yeah, umpire waistlines are true. Like everyone knows they're super unflattering, but that was like the style at the time, is like super high waist, like just below your boobs, to like hide your figure. I guess it was like a modesty thing, but they really played into that unflattering waistline for her in season 1.
Oh wait, let me read this. Can I just point out how awful the Featheringtons outfits are? Usually it was good to see Penelope break free from the very busy Featherington look. Yes, I agree.
Yes.
The citrus colors, where she looks like a grapefruit and a lemon every day, just does not work for her.
And they go really hard on the Paisleys in the Featherington family. I don't know. Everyone like has these dainty floral pearl pieces, and they're like, let's bring on the ugliest paisley you've ever seen in the color, especially for all of the girls with red hair. Come on, like let's.
And like the other sisters, Prudence and Philippa, their dresses aren't that bad. Like Philippa's and Prudence, like there's a couple of cute ones that I like. Like Philippa wears a really pretty purple one that I actually think is cute on her. But poor Penelope, man, they make her look like, in the words of Lady Whistledown, an overripe citrus fruit. Like it looks so bad.
It's funny how Penelope would have written that about herself.
Yeah, well, she's gotta, throw everyone off her scent, the costume designers for this show are genius. I agree, Brittany. I agree. Season 2, Kate's outfits start as cold blue. Edwina is always an innocent pink, and I also thought Edwina's pink looked great on her the whole time. And gradually their colors start mixing until Kate is in purple towards the end. I love when Kate is in orange at the very end. Like she goes from such dark, cool jewel tones to like more brighter. And into like the blues, and then we see her in this season and she's in the Bridgerton blue, and she still has like some of her like really pretty Indian cultural inspired things, like her bedroom. I don't know if you guys noticed, but their room has little hints of India in there. And then her bangles, she doesn't wear her engagement ring, she has her bangles on because that's part of their culture. So I just love that they incorporated that as well. Hi Bloom. These costumes this season is something I would design. Well, that's great. Then you can design my clothes because they look great. I also read that they put Cressida's in a big outlandish sleeves this season to make her look like a caged bird.
Oh,
that is really sad, but that makes sense.
Cressida sleeves were ridiculous, but I also noticed the same thing.
Huge.
A lot of Penelope's like puffer sleeves were also really huge too, though. I noticed.
But like Cressida, I saw an interview where she was like, I had to walk into the door sideways because I couldn't fit. And I was like, that's quite funny.
Yeah, she looks like she's wearing those football shoulder pads.
Yeah.
Looks like a linebacker. So funny. But yeah, I'm so happy with that. This slide, let's take this.
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing. Oh my goodness.
Thank you very much. I know I did it. I was like, I'm so funny. I'm so proud of myself.
Oh my gosh, you came up with that?
Yeah.
That's so funny. You
I
have
was
to
like-
post that.
I think I'm going to, because I was doing it and I could not stop laughing. Like, I'm so proud of myself.
And we give you a princess.
Okay, so Penelope's new look, and I wanted to include some of Colin in here too, because his look is very much different. We see him as what everyone was saying, sexy pirate Colin, which I can agree. But mainly Penelope. We see her in the beginning say she's done with yellow. She doesn't want to see another citrus color. She wants to do something different. So we see her in the most different first. Okay, we see this dark emerald, beautiful green.
So pretty.
That is the darkest of all of her new dresses. So she kind of tones it down a little bit, you know. But this is what we start out with, and then we get to more of like the mints and like the sage greens. Oh my god, my cat just scared the crap out of me. And then we see more of her florals and more of like iridescent colors, and then there's the dream sequence where she's in purple, and you just see her look so much better. Green is a great color on pale red-haired girls. My youngest sister is a redhead, and she always looks good in green. So what did we think about Penelope's glow up?
I mean, she's stunning.
I know.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I actually really, really loved is how simple the design of a lot of her dresses are. Like if you go back to season 1 and 2, there's a lot of, like, especially if you're in like the ballroom, there's a lot of embellishment and jewel and sparkle. And Penelope does have some of that, but a lot of it is kind of like understated and just simple, plain, beautiful green. And I kind of love that because I feel like that is really like true to her character and her like showing who she is without having to hide behind that citrus and her family. And I just think the way they did it was so perfect, in my opinion.
I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, and in the book, I read the book before this series came out. It's the first time I read the book first, but she talks about how her favorite color to wear is sage green, and that she was like very excited to start wearing more sage green, and that Colin likes the sage green. It's all very, very nice and everything. And as I'm reading it, I'm like, oh, that's fun, but like I'd only ever seen her in like yellow. And so then when she came out, I want to say the first sage green one that she wore is that like second one on the top row where she has her like little, yeah. And she came out in that, I was like, oh girl, you were so right. Sage green is the best color.
Yep.
So good. It blew my mind.
Let's see. I know, I don't think I would associate with Penelope with yellow anymore. She's just so gorgeous in green. I absolutely love her in green.
It's giving Amy Adams in what's that Disney movie called?
Enchanted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. She looks amazing.
So pretty. And you're right. With the green and the red being complementary colors, I love her in that emerald. And color theory wise, it makes sense because the Bridgerton blue, and then she's Featherington yellow. So the transition color was obviously green. And that's my kindergarten level understanding of color theory for you.
Cressida sleeves are like Effie Trinket's costumes. Agreed.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yes, Bloom, I agree.
I saw one of those memes. You've seen the trend where it's like, RIP this person, you would have loved this. And one of them was RIP Trinket, you would have loved Cressida Cowper. And I
oh my gosh.
Oh, Andrea, where'd you go? I saw one that was like RIP Edmund Bridgerton, you would have loved the EpiPen.
EpiPen?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh.
It's kind of uncalled for. It should not be that funny, but it is funny.
Yeah, it is.
So funny though. Yeah. It was really funny. Let's see. I have a connection. Penelope's new dresses are inspired by gemstones. Yes. So she's very much the emerald of the season, if you will. I don't know if that was a Bridgerton thing, if it was canon, or if just fans made that a thing. because we had the diamond, and even the queen is like, I'm so bored. I don't want another diamond. Like, and then I think the fans, correct me if I'm wrong. Was it the fans who came up with like the emerald of the season? And we all were like, oh, it's Penelope because she's in green.
Does somebody say that in the show though? Why do I feel like I recall somebody saying
Eloise told the queen because it's on when she debuts, like at that ball or whatever, after her entrance got interrupted. She goes to meet the queen and she says, I'm kind of an emerald person myself. And then the queen
Yeah.
just like stares at her and then like laughs and she's like, oh, like my darling, you knew that it was my favorite gem or something like that. So I don't know if it
Yeah,
stemmed
okay.
from there.
And then she's like, yeah, my favorite necklace is one of emeralds. Thank you for noticing. And then you watch
Yeah.
Queen Charlotte. It's a necklace George gives her. It's emeralds. And I'm like, why do you want to make me cry?
Mhm.
So good.
They're so good at lining up those details.
They
Yeah.
are.
Especially when you like go back and rewatch and you kind of pick some of that out. Like they've really laid it out very well.
Mhm.
I kept thinking she looked like Wendy from Peter Pan. Actually, she kind of does. Wendy Darling, because she has like that golden red hair, like golden, not like Sleeping Beauty color hair, but more of like the reddish strawberry blonde hair with this. So she does kind of look like Wendy. You're right, Brittany. And then very classic and understated, but stunning. I agree. I sketch and design costumes. It's my dream to design costumes for something like this. That's so cool, Bloom. I wonder if you'll end up going into like movie production for fashion and design. That would be something I feel like you would be good at. EpiPen, yeah, Brittany. Isn't that one funny? Andrea, you cut out when I had said that. Did you hear that?
No, is it about Love is Blind?
What?
So
No.
Love is Blind. You're gonna need an EpiPen. What was
No, so she was saying the RIP, this person would have loved this. So someone posted RIP Edmund Bridgerton, he would have loved the EpiPen. And I was like, that was really funny.
R.I.P.
I have an eye for costumes. It's my goal. That's so cool. Yeah, when I was younger, did anyone ever have like, this is like a total 80s, 90s kid thing. It was like a,
Yes.
you lifted it up
Yes.
and you put,
For sure.
like the sheets
With
of
the
fabric.
Yes.
And then you fold it down.
To be a skirt.
Yep, make a skirt. Yep, I totally had that. That was like one of my favorite things.
Yes, I love those. My grandma like had one from when she was really little, so she gave it to me. And then when I was like very young, Barbie came out with one with all these like sequin fabrics.
Yeah, I had.
Yep. Big fan.
Totally had one of those.
As soon as your hands did this, I was like, yes, I have that.
Yeah, no more. That's so funny. I have an eye for costumes, and I'm also a publisher. Wow, Bloom, you have a lot on your plate. Published authors. I sketch costumes for my book. That's so cool. That's really cool. I wonder if you have any characters that look like Penelope, because she just looks so good. Have you guys seen, I wanted to ask this because this is in this slide. Have you seen the meme of like somebody putting a ruler with Colin's eyes directly to Penelope's bosom? Like if you look at Colin, his eyes are going directly to her beautifully large breasts. It's quite funny. We're like, Mr. Colin Bridgerton, what are you looking at there?
He is
I
very
remember
bad.
seeing that.
Very in the moment.
I remember reading the comments and people pointing that out with the teaser trailer, but I didn't see the one with the ruler.
Yeah, they were like, oh, I need to check. So I thought that was very funny. So what is everybody's favorite dress on this slide? I did forget one. There's one where she's wearing a really pretty like periwinkle dark blue, where she's talking with Lord Debling by the dead deer.
Mm-hmm.
So I forgot that one, but it's very pretty as well. I think mine is where she's in the window or the one at the last ball.
I was also going to say when she's sitting at the window. I think that one is so stunning.
It's beautiful.
My favorite is probably the one from the teaser with I think it's the mirror teaser. I can't see your mouse. But the really big one kind of towards the center, the big picture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love dresses that like look like a certain color when like they move in the light. It's like pink and blue at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably like a pink fabric with like blue lace over it. It's super pretty, and I think it's super flattering on her.
Mm-hmm. I loved that one. And she, Penelope did wear a lot of pink, so I'm happy that they did put a little bit of pink in with the Bridgerton blue. So it was like her becoming Featherington to now Bridgerton. So I really enjoyed that. Yes, the emerald one. I know, it's so pretty. She looked like she was coming from Oz.
Yeah, that one was probably my second favorite. I love that emerald dress. I just hate that like she gets there and she's so confident, and very quickly it just all goes out the window because she has like those like awkward social interactions.
Poor bless her.
And then she leaves and she's so sad. So it's such a sad scene.
You know what? I love her awkwardness though. When they're when they're at the hot air balloon thing and Cressida is trying to like get with Lord Devling and she just goes, "I like grass."
Yes,
that was so me.
So green.
Yes, girl.
It was so funny. And then when she like dives out, there was another thing where I am on TikTok constantly, you guys. I have no life. Somebody was pretending to be the hot air balloon, and they're like, "Okay, I'm loose. The string is loose. Penelope, I'm coming towards you. Oh, you're still not moving? Just move 5 inches to the left. You'll be fine." And she's still standing there. And then the scene, I was cracking up. She like dove onto the ground. I was like, "You had time to move."
Yeah.
It's
I
just
know.
so funny.
So
I love
funny.
her. And then when she comes back later and like apologizes to Lord Devlin, she's like, "I haven't been upfront," and she's like, "I don't like grass." All right, girl, you were she's killing it with the flirting game. She really is.
So funny, and she's so unapologetically herself, and it works for her. And that's why Colin secretly, he seeks her out and he loves her, but he just doesn't know yet. But we all know, Colin, you love Penelope. We all know. Okay, I mentioned trivia. Who's ready? I thought that these were pretty
cool. I'm ready.
What? Alrighty. So, I'm so sorry that this stupid play button is in the middle, but we'll get better as we do more live streams. So, season 1. There's only one prize. I feel like we all know what the prize is. It's you will become the diamond of the season. So, the virtual diamond of the season. So, without further ado, season 1, question 1. What is the name of Antony's opera singing mistress?
Sienna.
Yes. Wait, I need
just
to make sure I keep score.
I'm watching it now, so this season 1's probably the only one I'll like get.
That's what I was saying. This is whoever can say it fastest.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
I was like, not me raising my hand like I'm an elementary.
I know. I was like, what are we?
Hello. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah. I wish it was I wish we had like an interactive multiple choice,
Yeah.
Where's the technology? We need it. Okay, so then number 2, how old is Daphne Bridgerton when she makes her debut in season 1?
I'm gonna guess. Yeah.
I was thinking
16.
18,
17?
No.
15.
Is she 18?
No. They're actually much older.
Is she 21?
21?
21.
Wow.
Look at me.
I don't think that's historically accurate.
I thought that they would be 17.
Yeah.
But I had to double check. And it's 21 because I was doing the math and I had to double check because I'm not great at math. So I'm like, yep, it's 21, which I find odd because Eloise, we know how old she is, and then she waits a season. So does that mean that she was supposed to debut the same time as Daphne because she waited a year? But Penelope didn't. So they all would have to be the same age, but Daphne is older. And we know that Penelope in now season 3, and it's only been a couple of months, she's 20 or 21. So like the ages are like so confusing. But
yeah. That seems weird that Daphne would debut so late.
Late.
Yeah.
I really thought they were all like 17, 18.
So did I.
Yeah.
And with like seeing how like young Penelope looks, I thought she would be like
Mhm.
16. Nope,
Yeah.
she was 18, 19.
Yeah, because
In the book?
spinster age was like 23, right?
Who?
Around
Like-
there, yeah.
23 would have been considered old because in Pride and Prejudice, Charlotte Lucas is like, I'm 23 with no money and no prospects.
Yeah.
And like her situation's supposed to be super dire. And she's
Mhm.
23. So 21 seems a little old to debut.
Yeah.
It
I
might
think
also
in
be
the-
because. Sorry, go ahead.
I think in the book, didn't they say Daphne had been out in previous
Yeah,
seasons?
but
Yeah.
in the show, and then that's where I was thinking, like, well, maybe they changed it in the show because this is her first. Don't they mention that it's her first season in the show?
Yeah, it's her debut.
They do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, sorry. Charlotte Lucas is 27. So maybe 21's not that old. I don't know.
Well, it's very confusing. So, Brittany said, same. I thought Daphne was supposed to be a teenager. I thought Penn would be around 23. Everyone called her a spinster. That is true. That's very, very relevant. And in the books, they say she's a spinster a lot.
In the
Which
books,
is so
yes,
sad.
I know.
It's so sad because I'm like, I'm 27. What does that say about me? Like, that's terrible.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think in the show, at least, it maybe has more to do with how many seasons she's done. But if it's her third season, that means she's completed 2 full seasons. That doesn't seem like that many seasons to already, like, society's given up on you and you're a spinster now.
Yeah, the ages don't make sense. Like, yeah, they don't make sense. Sorry, guys. But Maddie and Brittany, I'll give you guys the point for that. Okay, and then question 3: who is Prince Friedrich?
He's
queen's
the
nephew.
queen's nephew,
Yes,
Prince of Prussia.
Yes, Prince of Prince of Prussia. Yes. I'm gonna give a point to anybody who can get it. So who had that? Everybody had that?
I said
didn't.
nephew. Someone
I
else
did.
I
said
said
queen's
nephew.
nephew.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just giving you all a point. I know, unfair scoring system. Sorry, guys. What year is Bridgerton set in season 1?
Is it like 1812?
So
I'm
close.
gonna guess
I was going to say 1813, but
18. Oh, it is 13.
1813.
I have an idea, Ken's.
Yes.
We don't have like multiple choice scoring or anything, but what if we all get into your live chat and answer?
Oh, that's smart. Good thinking, Andrea.
I already got your live stream open, so.
Okay, perfect.
Ooh.
Alrighty. So we'll do that then. All right, number 5. What is Simon's favorite pie?
Daphne? I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I know it's
Yeah.
gooseberry. I haven't gotten in the chat yet, but I know it's gooseberry.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I put gooseberry pie in the chat.
How do I even get in the chat? Am I?
Yeah. I don't know
Oh
how to
yeah,
get in
so
the chat.
you go to the link with the live stream, and then you just click here where it says live chat. You just have to be logged in to your account.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay.
Oh yeah, sorry. We also
Alright.
have a private chat on here, I guess, that we can use.
So then I'm gonna give one to Andrea and one to Maddie, since we're all still figuring out the chat, keeping it fair. And then bonus question: who says? Whoops. Let's roll it back a little bit. Who says? Who says the famous line, "I burn for you"? Daphne. Yes, Brittany, you are correct.
Why did I put Anthony?
Anthony.
I think
Okay.
they both kind of say it, Simon, because Simon first says that is this is how one sounds when one burns for someone who doesn't feel the same. And then
yeah.
Daphne says verbatim, "I burn for you."
Yep. And it's so, and I had to actually go back and like watch that season that scene because like on Etsy and like stickers and memes and all that stuff, it's Simon and it says that line. I'm like, but
Yeah.
so
Yeah. I also got tricked into thinking Simon said it first.
That's like Brittany said, Mandela effect.
Yeah.
To be dare burning for you is Anthony coded.
No, so Anthony's big thing is, and it is not far enough.
I'm going to India.
Oh,
This is not
So
good.
good. So good.
I also, very understated. Not a lot of people talk about Queen Charlotte's. I will stand between the heavens and the earth.
I will tell
you
who
where
you
you
are.
So
Do
good.
you love me?
Oh,
I
chills.
love you.
Yeah, it's
So
so good.
good.
So good.
Oh,
So good. Alrighty, season 2.
Oh no, I'm not gonna get any of these right.
Number 1. What is the name of Kate's dog? Sir Cutes a lot.
I don't know.
That's
I do not remember his name.
I
I
think it
know.
was a
I'm
corgi.
thinking like so hard.
Wait, it's hold on.
I will also give half a point for who can tell me what kind of dog it is.
oh,
Brittany,
Corgi, yeah.
Newton.
Newton, that's it.
oh, Newton.
I was like,
Tiara, Corgi.
it's like a
Brittany,
cookie.
yeah. Okay. So I'll give you guys half a point for the Corgi. His butt is little. His little butt is so cute. Alrighty. What color mallet does Anthony get stuck with to play Pow Mal?
Ooh. Ah,
Pink. Yes, that is correct, Maddie.
that's what I
Tiara,
thought. I just
pink.
couldn't remember.
Yes.
yeah.
I know Colin gets yellow.
Yeah, Colin picks yellow.
Yeah.
Little subtle hint to Penelope. And there's also a subtle hint during that scene. Colin hits after Anthony hits his ball, then Colin hits, not Benedict, which was a hint to him being the next romantic
I love
interest in the next
that.
season. And he hits it into the little picket that says 3 on it. So
Yeah.
Ooh.
Unpopular opinion. I really don't care about Benedict and the arts. We're
God.
in season 1 when it gets to like all the painting stuff. I'm like, oh, just fast forward it. I can't stand how like boring it is. I'm
As
not
a
a fan.
Benedict girl, I am pained.
I'm so sorry.
I'm like,
It's
I
just
really
not
Give him a
interesting.
chance. He just needs an opportunity to showcase himself.
You guys have
Well,
to
I'm
remember
actually- I
you've
think
read the
this
book.
season- I think
Thank
this
you,
season is going to
Brittany.
be so good though because what they're doing is setting you up. He doesn't want to be involved in society. He only cares about the arts. So when he falls in love, you're going to know.
Yeah, it hits him hard. It hits him
Yeah.
hard. Yeah.
But Francesca's
And-
kind of in the same boat, but with music, right?
Kind of.
I think it's just her personality.
answered more because Benedict is second born and doesn't actually have those obligations now that Anthony is married.
Mhm.
He can just do what he wants. But Francesca is still kind of
Also, Francesca also hints that she might have a little bit of autism. She doesn't like to be in loud spaces. She likes being in her quiet space, talking to all those people. It's like a lot for her. So those are signs of also just being anxious, but those are signs of autism. So I think that it's nice that we can see that portrayed on screen. And then again, like back in this time, we don't have EpiPens. We don't have names for mental health disorders. We don't have names for like autism. Like there's just so many things that they explore in the show that it's nice to see that viewers can see themselves in, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think she's so cute in season 1, how she's like butting into everyone's business and she's like, what about this and what about that? And I love Hyacinth. Oh wait, no, we're not talking about
But Hyacinth, I think that
this goes back to me getting them mixed
Yeah,
up.
I was just gonna say.
But the actress who plays Hyacinth, she is the perfect Hyacinth. I think that she's portraying Hyacinth perfectly.
She's so cute. I love
there's
her in
a
season
scene
1.
in the book where Colin is like, stick to Penelope like glue, and Hyacinth is like glue, and she's just seeing her so excited to be out into society and like want to be a part of the things that her sisters are a part of, and like it's just she fits it and she plays it so well.
Adorable.
It really does.
Yeah.
But you guys, Benedict's story, it's the perfect Cinderella story. It really is. It's really good.
But
I
they
don't
didn't do a
like it.
good job of getting me interested because it's like, oh, we're drawing a naked model. I'm like, oh, yawn. Like, just skip this whole scene. It's just
Yawn.
not interesting. I'm sorry.
I season 1, and again, I didn't read the books until recently. So when I watched season 1, I thought Benedict was going to have some sort of queer storyline. I really did, because they hint at it a tiny bit, but then rewatching it, I'm like, oh, he just kind of liked the idea of being able to do whatever he wanted and not follow society's rules. Like, I don't think he was just looking at that man, the artist. So, but it would have been interesting to see a queer storyline. We did get Brimsley and Reynolds in Queen Charlotte, but because we still haven't gotten Benedict's story with his significant other, it would have been nice to see him explore a little bit more before his story comes. And I'm sorry, I don't like Lady Tilly Arnold. I don't like her.
I have a theory that Benedict isn't going to get his own season, but he's going to kind of be like Francesca in season 3, just kind of in the background interspersed. Because I don't think there's a lot of... Are there a lot of Benedict
It could be
fans?
a whole season, Andrea.
Listen,
Oh.
Francesca will still get her own season.
She's getting her own season.
Story is
Yeah.
you're gonna need tissues for that one.
So
Yeah.
sad.
And there is like a huge Benedict following, like especially amongst the book readers. It's like a lot of people's favorite book is Benedict's book.
Yep.
Okay, Brittany. So we'll have to give it a chance, Brittany, in the live chat. But I don't know.
No more fast forwarding through Benedict's season, Brittany.
You know what's really interesting though, Kenzie? You're talking about the idea of like the queer storyline, because a lot of people think that Eloise is kind of coded that way, which I agree.
I think so too, with Cressida.
But but I read something that said that Julia Quinn, I don't know how true this is. This is just something I read just to, put that out there. That Julia Quinn signed something or had some kind of clause that said that the characters have to end up with who they end up with in the books.
Yep, I saw an interview with that today.
Which is kind of sad because I really feel like Eloise, the way
They're
her
all
character
straight.
is just very like,
she's
especially
so
at the beginning of season 3, they like played with that dynamic a lot.
They did.
So it would be interesting if they. I don't think
In the
they
I get that though, because Julia Quinn, she authors these characters, so they're probably they're like her children,
No, absolutely. I don't blame her at all for doing that.
Yeah. But like Shondaland, they're known for having their gay couples, like Callie in Arizona in Grey's Anatomy, and then Brimsley and Reynolds. I don't know all the other shows. Oh, How to Get Away with Murder, like that couple. Oh, I love that show. But there's just, and the way she writes gay romance, it's not animalistic. It's very much loving, and you care for these characters. So I would love to see that in Bridgerton more. Like with Brimsley and Reynolds, what the heck happened to Reynolds? Like, we still need to know where he went, what happened between Brimsley and Reynolds, because obviously we see Queen Charlotte say, "Oh, Brimsley, you never married." He's like, "Well, how could I? I'm always here. I'm with you." So like we need more storylines. But if we see Eloise end up with who she's going to end up with, and Benedict who he's going to end up with, I mean, I'm all for it. But it would be so nice to see them explore other relationship opportunities. Yeah. Penelope story is my favorite love story. Mine too. So we're twinning. Because I'm different and unique and people may judge, but I had to learn to accept myself for who I am. That is great, because who you are, God made you perfect. So you stay exactly how you are. Oh yes, Kenzie, same. I was so sure Benedict was going to go fall for a man. Okay, so I'm not the only one. Okay, so yeah, Brittany, be sorry. Benedict's story is great. You're gonna like it, I promise. Alrighty, so what question were we on? 3? Okay. How old is Kate Sharma? 26.
Dang it. No. I remember
got that
27 for some reason. Okay.
Because you
I
were
don't-
playing Pride and Prejudice in your head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, but I
Yeah.
did recently. I don't know. Instagram Reel showed me Eloise's conversation with Kate when she's like, "How is it that you're so content?" And then Kate's like, "Well, to tell you the truth, it's not easy." But
Yeah.
I thought I remember her saying she was 27. Whoops, never mind.
Okay, so number 4, how does Edmund die? Oh, Brittany got it first. Allergic reaction to a bee sting. I've never seen an allergic reaction look like that so fast in my life.
Yeah.
I love Tiara's answer. Just bee.
Me.
Death by bee.
Death by bee. Alrighty. Next question. What song is playing in the church when Kate wants to suspend time and kiss Anthony? Who is it by? This is a 2-point question, you guys.
Oh gosh.
Don't do this to me. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna guess. I'm just guessing.
Lady Gaga. Lady
Oh.
Gaga. No, it
I'm
is
trying
not.
to remember what
It is
all
not
songs they
Lady
did last
Gaga.
season.
This, I will give you a hint. Ariana Grande. No, but that was the first pop song that we hear in the series. Which, when I heard that the first time, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be cool. I like this a lot. Like, you just hear those little violin pluck, like the string plucks, and I'm like, ooh, I like
Yeah.
this. Bruno Mars. No, it is not Ariana Grande. It is not Bruno Mars. I'll give you a hint. This person used to be in a boy band, and he was huge last year. I mean, he still is, but very huge last year.
Oh, wait.
It's so wrong, but I'm just
Justin Timberlake. No.
Aw, man.
Maddie, Harry Styles.
Yeah.
Harry Styles. Nick Jonas. No, but Nick Jonas has a song this season. Jealous. That was a good song.
Mhm.
Do you
That is
guys
a
know
good
what song
song.
it was?
No.
Okay, it was Sign of the Times by Harry Styles.
Oh, it was Harry Styles.
Oh.
Yeah. So you and Tia, I'll give you guys a point.
Yay.
Alrighty, and bonus question: who says, "I will always look after you, Penelope. You are special to me"? Colin. Yes, good job.
Oh my gosh, you typed that so fast.
I need my points.
I was reading these to my friend, and she was like, the mom Violet, and I'm like, why would Violet say that to Penelope? I'm like, come on. No, that's real.
Andrea, I love that yours came up as colon. I
Colon.
think
No.
that's
Just
really
me trying to type.
Yes, that is correct. All right.
Woo.
All right, Queen Charlotte. What is Charlotte's
Oh.
corset made from? I will bounce. I will bounce and impale myself so I do not have to go through this wedding. Whalebone. That's correct. Andrea.
Yay. I don't remember that from the show specifically, but I know corsets at the time were whalebone.
Wow.
That's
Historical
good
knowledge.
to know.
Fun fact. Where did I learn that? I don't even know where I picked that up, but it stuck, I guess.
Was it from Queen Charlotte? And you just don't
No,
remember?
I knew that before. Why do I know so many historical facts about corsets? I think it's just Instagram likes to show me historical costume stuff.
She was thinking about how he made her feel this season when she typed it.
What?
When you wrote colon, not Colin.
Oh. I was like, about whalebone?
Whalebone. Yes, people do not realize what women have to go through for dumb beauty standards and fashion and to be up with the times. Like, you want to be the bee's knees. Beauty is pain. All right. So, question 2. What planet does Farmer George think he is talking to? Venus. Good job, Maddie.
I was in the middle of writing Jupiter.
Just all the Sailor Scouts from Sailor Moon.
Sailor Jupiter.
I'll chastise you. Has anybody else seen Sailor Moon?
Oh, not
I'm in the
forever.
middle of watching it.
I love Sailor Moon. I grew up on that. And I just finished Sailor Moon Crystal. So good. I'm so sad it's over.
Live chat Brittany is a big fan of Sailor Moon.
Woo! Who is your Sailor Scout? I loved Sailor Moon growing up, but I love Venus. Like my car, her name is Minako, and in my car there's an orange steering wheel. There is Artemis, the cat plush in my back seat. There is 3 Sailor Venus hanging from my mirror. I love Sailor Venus. She's my favorite.
Mine too.
Venus. All right. Okay, so who got Venus? Sorry, I got distracted. Maddie got Venus. Okay. Violet Bridgerton.
Sorry. I thought
Not
you
you
were
sending
beginning.
it already. I'm sending mine now.
I'm so sorry. I thought you were starting question 2. See, this is why we need separate slides for each question. I'm like, I can't miss another one. I'm already behind.
Okay. Yes. Whose garden is in bloom? It is Violet.
Lady Danbury.
She honestly needs to be. But I feel like but then we see a different bit of her in Queen Charlotte. I thought that she would have been like an asexual type of person because, you know, like we don't see her wanting to be intimate with her old husband, which I understand. But then she has no love interest as we see her in Bridgerton, like the present time period, until we see her in the past like Violet's father. So I guess that theory went out the window. Lots of theories on Lady Danbury. But yes, Andrea and Maddie.
Just give it to everyone that got it right. I'm so sorry.
Make a rule that we don't send our answers until after you finish.
Yeah.
You have to finish the question. Sorry, I thought I heard the beginning of the question. I was like, oh, I have to get it. But I'll wait till I hear the question mark. Sorry.
Okay. What does George gift to Charlotte when she does not feel so lonely? Yes, a dog. Do we know what the dog's name is? A telescope. No.
No, sorry. I made that up. I was like, maybe a telescope.
I don't remember that.
Do we know what type of
I
dog it is?
remember the dog now. I'm getting flashbacks. It was like a Pomeranian, right?
Yeah, it's a Pomeranian.
I don't remember his name.
His name was Pom Pom.
Oh.
The first of many Pomeranians.
I was going to say the first of the obsession. Yeah.
She calls it a deformed bunny.
Oh, yeah.
That was so funny. She's like, that's just not a dog. A shepherd, a schnauzer. What else did she say? Those are dogs. A great thing. Alrighty. On what days do George and Charlotte try to make an heir? We have a 50-50 chance. Even days.
Oh, I was like, second days? I forgot what they called it, but yeah.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay,
I
Maddie and
remember that.
It is an odd day.
I totally forgot about that. It is an even day, my lord. I totally forgot that was a
My
thing.
favorite part of that thing is where like she's trying to like take off her buttons like when he's in the tub. I'm like, girl, just lift your dress up. I'm like, why are you messing with the buttons? And he was the same. He's like, just get in. Very. And I love that they hated each other, but they didn't hate each other. Like they loved each other. I feel like they were more irritated with each other.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm out having to go. Well, thank you, Bloom, for tuning in and hanging out with us. I know it's been kind of a long stream, but I hope you have a good night. Thank you. I've been isolated for the day. I mean, I could use a day like that, so I get it. All right, bonus question. At what moment did George fall in love with Charlotte? Before their wedding, when she tries to climb the wall. Oh, wait, you guys all came in all at the same time.
So I recently watched this show called The Apothecary Diaries.
Uh-huh.
And there's like a huge moment about them climbing walls too. And so I had that typed out and then I was like, am I confusing my shows, and totally deleted it? But I feel validated that is the right answer.
Yeah, everybody's going to get a point because it's just that I will stand with you. Do you love me? I will tell you where you are. So good. Yes.
So good.
And that was like the
Moment.
closing scene, right? You didn't go over the wall. No, George, I didn't go over the wall.
So
Oh.
sad.
Oh.
Right, Kenzie. It's
So-
okay.
It was so devastating, but in like the most beautiful way. It was just,
Right.
Yeah.
And they're like
It
under
was
the
sweet.
bed, and then she's old and he's young, and then he goes over there, she's young and he's old. Oh my gosh. So good.
Yeah, so sweet.
Alrighty, who is ready for season 3, part 1 trivia? Oh no, going a little fast here. Sorry, guys. Let me go back a little bit. All right, number 1. What song is Francesca playing on the pianoforte? Funeral March. Yes. Do we know who it's by? Death? That's funny, Tiara. It is Mozart's Funeral March. So, I mean, I'm going to give it to all 3 of you guys because that's really funny.
Death was a good answer. That's funny.
Death.
Okay, number 2. What book is Eloise in the middle of reading? Emma, yes. Emma, yes. Emma. Okay, I was waiting to see if anybody else put theirs in. Okay, yes, Emma. Everybody, so Tia and Andrea and Maddie. Good job, everybody.
That one went over my head.
Has anyone seen that movie with Ewan McGregor?
No.
Oh my gosh, Obi-Wan Kenobi with sideburns in the Regency era.
The only reason I remember that is because one of my friends was just Emma in the stage play Emma. So I like clocked it immediately. I was like, oh, I know that.
Brittany says, I'm reading Emma right now. I freaked out when she said that, lol. It's a good story. I like that one a lot. Alrighty. What color is Penelope's cloak at the ball before her grand makeover entrance? Red. Yes. Red, orangish, red.
Sad.
I'll take.
I'm glad you said orange-ish because I couldn't remember if it was red or orange.
It's like a rusty
Yeah.
red, so
Like
I'll give it to
yeah.
both of you.
Like a terracotta color.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Next, I know I was going through these with my friend today, and she's like, purple. I'm like, wait, that sounds like it could be right.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's the rust red orange color. What song is playing when Penelope makes her new look debut? Does everybody like the soundtrack so far this season? Because I really like it.
I do
Yes.
like it.
Yeah, Tiara, I was trying to keep an eye out to see if they named the song in the subtitles for the...
I found it.
Oh, you
I
did?
found
Nice.
it. Yeah, I'll send it in the group chat later because I've been obsessed with it. I've been listening to it over
What's
and over
it
again.
called?
Let me go to my Spotify.
For this
it's something
song?
number
For this
3.
song or
No,
the carriage?
The ballerina scene.
the ballet, yeah, of the 2 lovers.
Oh, the
that was such a
Aristotle.
good song.
Yeah, that one. It's beautiful.
I was like, oh,
It's-
Tiara was wondering. I was like keeping an eye out, but they don't say it in the subtitles.
It's number 3 sequence and then 3 in parentheses by Peter Gregson and Warren Zielinski, I guess is the name.
It's not like a pop song that they redid. It's like an actual...
No, yeah. I think like based off of this, yeah. But
They should
I'll
have
send it in the
given
group.
that composer credit because in the subtitles it's just like romantic music plays.
Yeah,
It was really pretty and romantic, though.
it was such a good song. Okay, I sent it in the chat.
Oh, I see. Alrighty. Does anyone have the answer for this one?
See, Maddie answered.
I guess chandelier, but I don't remember if it was that moment they played that.
No,
No
but
idea.
there is another Sia song in this season. So the answer was A, B, C, D, E, F, U.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Yep, now that you say that.
Yeah.
That long title. I mean, I think it was a good choice. because Penelope's like, look at me, I look great, and like F all of you guys. So
Mhm.
mainly for Colin, she did that for him. And when she passes Colin and he looks at her, he like loses his words, and she like doesn't even look at him. She just like passes
Mhm.
by, and she's standing proud and tall. I'm like, yes, Penelope, yes. Okay. Number 5. How many cities did Colin visit that summer?
Ah.
17 is the correct answer. So Andrea, Maddie, and Brittany.
I remember because they say it over and over again. I'm like, okay, we get it, Colin. You went to 17 cities.
That's so funny. What does the queen call her rare debutante this season? Sparkler. Yes,
Yeah.
Tia.
Yay.
Yes, Andrea. Okay,
I couldn't remember that one.
and Andrea. All
Yeah, I
right.
remember it because I remember like, oh, sparkler. That's weird. Like the little fireworks sparklers.
Uh-huh.
That's what I think she meant.
Well, at least she didn't call someone a zebra. So
Zebra of the season.
yeah. Alrighty. Number 7. I did a little bit more. I know I asked you guys, but I did a little bit more because the stream was mainly for season 3, and we just did a lot of refresh. So, number 7. What happens to Colin after he finds Penelope reading his personal journal? He cuts his hand, and Pen helps him to tend it. Yes, cuts his hand. Hand boo boo. Yes. He cuts his hand. Yes, everyone got it.
And is mad.
And is mad. I love
And is
Brittany's
mad.
response. Like, and Fan helps him. It's like paragraphs out here.
I like this answer, so I'm going to leave it.
Thanks. Feel free to give me an extra point.
Okay, number 8. What is the only thing that Lord Debling will eat? Yes, veggies. Everybody got it. Okay. I know, how boring. Although I used to be a vegetarian, and it's not that bad.
Me too. For 4 years, I was vegetarian.
Oh, you were way longer than me. It was like right under a year, and I was like, okay, a Chick-fil-A is being made in Nevada for the first time, and I'm done. I'm done. So
I feel that. Yeah, I'm surprised how long it went on. I only initially meant to do it for like a month, and I was like, oh, it's not that bad, and it just kept going. But one day I went to Chipotle, and I was like, you know what sounds good? A chicken burrito, and that's when I broke my vegetarian fast.
Oh.
I mean,
what a way to end it.
It sounds
Yeah. Yeah.
So, maybe Lord Devling was onto something, but I don't think that they had Chipotle back then. So
Yeah.
I will say it
Too
made
bad.
it so much easier to order at restaurants because you had so much fewer options. It's like, okay, I can get this or I can get that.
Yeah.
It made ordering a lot simpler.
And I actually really liked the tofu at Chipotle.
I never tried the tofu.
The sofritas is good. It's really good.
I would get the vegetarian type burrito, which is when they give you the guac instead of the protein and they don't charge you for the guac. I used to get that all the time.
I didn't know they did that.
I didn't know that either.
Dinner tonight?
Yeah. I will say it will have a lot more fat and a lot less protein than your typical Chipotle burrito because it's guac.
Yeah.
But avocados are healthy fat, so
it's good. It's good for the hair.
Yes.
There's a Chipotle right across from my apartment building, and they have a drive-through lane there, which makes it so dangerous because it's so easy to just order it, go pick it up in the drive-through, bring it. I'm there way too much.
It's better than like a McDonald's,
You're right. It could be worse, but it could be worse.
So I mean, I bet you Lord Debling, he'd be there like every day. So. Okay. Number 9. What is the name of Benedict's new friend with benefits?
I'm not gonna guess because I honestly don't remember.
I don't know either. What?
Balloon Girl.
The little
Lesbian
girl.
girl. I think Tiara
Yes.
deserves an extra point.
That's
Half
funny.
a point.
That's funny. Yes, it is Lady Tilly Arnold. So, Maddie, Brittany, I'll give you a point. Tia, you can have half a point because that was really
Yay!
And then, Andrea, I'll give you half a point for when you said hand boo boo.
Oh, yay.
I think that's really funny too.
Extra points for the funny. I love it.
Okay. And then the 10th question, almost the last one. What does Colin prefer to do in order to maybe find Penelope? A feeling that is like torture, but one which he cannot, will not, would not want to give up.
Someone's not following the rules.
Sorry. Oh my gosh. I didn't even mean to press the button. I promise it was an accident.
Dreams, spicy dreams,
Honest
apparently.
Listen,
You can deduct a point. I
that
understand.
gazebo.
You can also
dream.
deduct a point for my.
Dreams, spicy dreams.
Oh no.
I'll just take her halves away that you, I guess, just gave me.
I accept this outcome.
Yeah.
Okay,
Consequence
yes,
accepted.
dreams, sleep, sleepy, sexy dreams. Yes, that is correct.
Sexy
Um,
dreams.
Woo! So good. And then bonus question. What did Colin ask Penelope at the very end of episode 4?
My comment failed to post, it said.
Oh,
No.
Oh, what the heck? It's
Post
not
it
like a
again.
comment.
I know.
I
I said
swear.
mine, but it's not there.
Mine says this comment has failed to post to the Kenzie Tano. What does that mean?
what the heck?
Oh.
Hold on.
I
I'm
wonder-
We're
trying
going
to
inside
type-
the house with him.
It could be a
I'm trying to
thing where
retype
you can
mine,
only
too.
comment so many times in like a certain time period. It could be something like that. I don't know.
That's
Oh, maybe it's
weird.
reading it as spam.
Oh, that's
I swear I sent it.
I'll give it. Well, what was your answer?
For God's sakes, Penelope, are you going to marry me or not?
Okay, yes,
Aw.
that's correct.
That
Word
was my
for
answer
word,
too.
Cliffhanger.
I love that
Yes.
in my chat, it literally
Yes.
shows me typing it 5 times, but it just hasn't showed up in yours yet.
Oh no.
Well,
Yeah,
everybody
that's
got a
okay.
point. So.
Do I get an extra point,
yes.
Kenzie?
For what?
For I
To
don't
go
know.
inside?
For being cute. I don't know.
For being cute?
No, it's not showing.
I believe you, Brittany. I believe you.
I
So
was
the
like,
winner was Maddie, but you guys are all diamonds of the season. So
Yay.
congratulations.
Yay.
Hurrah.
Congrats. Huzzah.
I knew more than I thought I was going to. I'm impressed with. I was really nervous that I was not going to remember anything.
And then there is just one more thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. But really good job with the trivia, you guys. So merchandising. There's been merchandise for seasons 1 and 2. But I think the only merchandise we got were Funko Pops, which I have them all besides Queen Charlotte.
Wait, there's Funko Pops?
Yeah.
For
They're,
Bridgerton?
yes, I have a slide I'll show you.
Ooh.
So we have those.
How did I miss those?
But Bridgerton merch, Bath and Body Works came out with an entire new collection this year. I know we all have something from this. So what does everybody have?
I have the diamond of the season in a candle and body wash, and I bought like a bunch of the body wash so that I don't have to run out.
I'm
And
gonna go
then
grab
I
my
got
thing.
the Lady Danbury's shortbread cookies in the candle as well.
Yummy. Oh, what happened to Maddie?
I was kind of wondering that. Oh no.
Oh no, Maddie. You're here with us in spirit. Well, while we wait for Andrea and Maddie, I have the Diamond of the Season lotion and body wash. And then I also have the spray. I use these ones like almost every day. And then I also have the hand sanitizer with the bee pocket back holder. And then I also have the Lady Danbury shortbread, and I in the sanitizer with the carriage hand sanitizer holder, and I love this one. It's so cute. And that's what I have from that collection.
Seems like Colin could have used some hand sanitizer in the carriage.
Seriously, but can we talk about how he didn't use his 2 fingers to pull
Yeah.
the zip up? If only all men were that gentlemanly, like courteous, like so good. And apparently that was all Luke. Like Luke did that. So
seems like he's got some
Improv.
experience.
All right.
Oh, okay. I went and got my hand sanitizer.
So cute. I love the little Bridgerton jacket.
Yes, I thought it was hilarious. I saw this. I was like, okay, immediately have to have. I didn't know this was a thing Bath and Body Works was doing. Apparently, like every season they get like new ones. So now I'm a Bath and Body Works girly, I guess, because I'm gonna have to go back and see next season's, not like Bridgerton season, just like every like summer, fall, etc.
You should dress up when you go to buy the stuff, like the outfit you have on now.
Oh, welcome back.
And I really like the jacket too because the top does actually open.
Wait, that's where it opens?
That's cute.
Oh.
Yeah,
Super
I don't
cute.
think it's meant for that because the jacket hole is not as big as the lid. But if you force it, you can make it work. So I don't have to take it out, which is
That's
nice.
kind of clever that they have that for there.
Yeah,
I like that.
more convenient. I love your B one too. I don't remember seeing that one when I was there. Do you want to go full screen?
Yeah, there's the bee. My mom gave me this. She actually gave me a couple of things for Easter. So,
Do you know how to go full screen, Kens?
like this? Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
Yay.
So let me show that again. So here's the bee one, and then the carriage one.
So cute.
How funny would it be if they were like, I know these didn't come out yet, but if they were on set just like handing these out after the scene, that would be really funny. So there are those, and then we saw Andrea's. Okay. So there's
That's
that
so cute.
one.
So
Oh, wait.
handsome.
How do I click on you?
Share the screen. Oh, for me. So if you go over like my screen at the bottom, and there's like if you hover over the top left.
Oh, I see.
There you go.
Okay, and then we have the Bridgerton jacket. So cute.
That one is cool. I like that one.
I do like how it
Mhm.
opens at the top. I think
Yeah,
that's
so
clever.
convenient. I do have it attached to my keychain, which is really nice when I take my dog on a walk because I'll pick over poop and then I'll be like, okay, hand sanitizer. So
More civilized.
All right, who else has stuff from this collection?
I
I
have
don't
stuff,
have
but
anything,
don't
but I
get
have
it.
a little cup.
oh,
Oh, your cup is cute.
Like golden spoon.
so cute.
Okay, that's all I have.
I know. I have my little teacup.
Yeah, the teacup. Showcase that.
Everybody's teacup. Wait,
Yay.
that's so cute. Andrea, do you have a teacup with you?
Not with me. Let me go grab. I have a teacup. Let me go get it. Let me
Okay,
show
I was
you.
like, because that would be a cute thumbnail if we all like held up our teacups.
Ooh,
That would be
yeah.
cute.
I did not get
really
anything
cute.
from the Bath and Body Works collection, but I want all of it so badly.
It's so cute.
I went in and smelled all the candles, of course, and they were all really good.
Smelling is free, so you know.
Exactly.
Smelling is free.
Yeah, smelling is free.
Exactly.
They came out with like a big mirror that you put your candle on, and I wanted it, and my store sold out so quickly.
Mm.
No. And Bath and Body Works doesn't restock things.
They
For
don't.
very
They're
long.
terrible at restocking.
Yeah. Like if there's one scent you like, you better stock up because give it 2 months and it'll be gone.
That's why I got a couple of the Diamond of the Season bath wash. I was like, I need it.
Mhm.
Right? Yep, exactly.
Okay,
I kind of
everybody.
got away. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ken.
What? No, what were you saying?
Oh, I was gonna say I kind of got away from doing candles because it was like a big thing for a while of like how like smoky and like toxic
Mhm.
they are. So I stopped
Mhm.
buying candles and just stopped going to Bath and Body Works for like soap and stuff. So I hadn't been in years. It was my first time being in a Bath and Body Works in like a decade. But I was so excited when I saw the Bridgerton display because I didn't know they had one, and it was really pretty. It was a cool display.
Yeah, I asked them for it today, and they're like, "Wait another month because it has to stay up for another month." And I was like, "Yeah, that makes sense." But I'm like, "Okay, I'll call you guys because I want it because it's Bridgerton house. It would look so
Mhm.
cute, like my books. Oh, so good." And then I realized I have the soap for Diamond of the Season. It's in my bathroom.
I smelled the Diamond of the Season hand sanitizer. I was not a fan of that one in particular.
Wow.
I think I liked the English tea, but yeah, I didn't like the Diamond scent for some reason.
I smelled the Bridgerton, what was it, The Office or Study, and I was like, ooh, this is
Study.
what Anthony must smell like.
Right?
Okay, everybody hold up your tea for the
Tea.
thumbnail. I think this would be cute. Okay. Also, so who else was drinking the Bridgerton tea? Do you guys like it?
I was drinking it.
I like it.
Oh, from Target?
Yeah.
Is it like an Earl Grey?
No, I think Kenzie and I both got the trio set. So it has lemon mint black tea, a ginger peach vanilla black tea, and then like a rose chamomile.
Lemon mint black and then rose chamomile herb tea. I'm drinking the ginger peach vanilla, and it's really good. I like that one a lot.
That's what I drank when I was watching the show, but I have the lemon mint tonight.
Yummy.
Oh, can I show you my teacup?
Yeah.
Okay, so my mom and I actually have a huge vintage teacup collection because every time we go to Goodwill, we check the teacup section and we'll be like, oh, this one's green and it's got foliage. We don't have one like this yet. So we have like a huge collection, my mom and I, but it's all at my mom's house. This is the only teacup I have here. I thought it was super cool and super different. It's like,
oh, it's like oil slick. I
Chrome,
like
yeah.
that.
it's like chrome, yeah. And
That's
I
really cool.
I gotta wash it. It's like a little dirty right now. I found it at a thrift store, but I love it because it goes from like clear to chrome.
I'm sorry, I have to read Brittany's comment.
Cool.
I love the bee scene, Avi, but it's so crazy to me that you can buy merch for the thing that killed their dad with all of the bees on it.
It's so
Well,
true.
I will say, I think that's because the bee is like every time it shows back up, it's supposed to be like the dad watching over the family.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is
I
cute.
like that.
That's sweet.
That's super cute.
I know they
really
have
like
bees
that.
built into their costume design
Mhm.
as well.
I love it. It's
Yeah.
so good.
But it does seem strange, Brittany. It's like, okay, your dad died because of a bee.
And then
Anthony's
you get reincarnated into
afraid.
a bee. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, but it's like, why are you getting bees on your clothes if you're afraid of the bees?
Ooh, those teas sound delicious. The one I had is very good. Okay, that's nice. I forgive the bee. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, and then this is a collaboration with Hot Topic and Her Universe, which we know Her Universe is Ashley Eckstein's brand, the woman who voices Ahsoka Tano. I like to say the real life Ahsoka Tano. We have live action Ahsoka Tano, who is Rosario, and then we have real life, which I think is Ashley, because she just embodies Ahsoka. So this is her brand, Her Universe, and it's collaborating with Hot Topic. So we have the Diamond of the Season tea bag, which I think this is so cute. As a
So
person
cute.
who collects lots of loungeflies and Her Universe bags, that is on my list. It's up for pre-order right now on Hot Topic's website. It's so cute.
On the subject of teapots, I saw a reel earlier about there's like a teapot that looks like Mrs. Potts from Beauty and the Beast at Marshall's.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, have you been to Marshall's to get it?
No, because I just the spout is, I feel like, too wide and her eyes are too wide, so it's kind of scary.
Yeah, I'll get it though for Marshall's prices because I remember Disney was selling like a teapot set with Mrs. Potts, but I think it'd be cute for like a Beauty and the
Oh,
Beast
100%. I have a chip teacup, and if I had like the Mrs. Potts to go with it, I think it would be really cute.
Yeah, I'll let you know, Ken's, if I see it at Marshall's.
Okay. And then with the tea bag, like it goes in your drink, the teapot purse. There's also the wallet, like the little card sleeve, and it has a little bee embellishment on it, which again, I know it's weird, Brittany, but it's cute. Okay. The Featheringtons have butterflies. The Bridgertons have bumblebees. I don't know what it is with insects, but it's a theme. And then we also have some jewelry. There was other jewelry. It's like costumey, kind of like plasticky jewelry. So we have that, and it's like I don't know what kind of flower the Bridgerton flower is. The purple. It's like
Lilac?
Is
I
it
think
lilac? It's not lavender. It would be lilacs.
I don't think it's lavender.
Okay. Well,
I'll Google it.
They have this in like a necklace, a hair clip, the bracelet, and then they have like a tiara and earrings, but they don't really like they scream Bridgerton because they're sparkly, but it has nothing. It's just the packaging that's Bridgerton.
Oh, the
like,
wisteria is
wisteria. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought that was.
That's what's on the house,
Mm-hmm.
according to Google.
Yes, and then that is the flower. And then we have some clothing options. We have a cute dress. I don't have a close-up of the dress pattern, but I know that there's bees on it. And then there's a sweater top and sweater tank top, also with a bee on it, and then a bomber jacket, which like a Letterman style jacket. I didn't know they would do something like that. I feel like that doesn't really go with Bridgerton. Like
the way it looks there, it kind of gives Barbie to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like the Barbie bee.
Yeah, it doesn't really scream Bridgerton. It's like Barbie if she was like in Greece, you know?
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Easter Barbie.
Is anybody going to be getting any of this?
I can't find it. I have a teapot purse already. So I love the teapot purse. I would buy it if I didn't already own a teapot purse. And I feel like you can only own so many teapot purses.
Yeah.
Also got the bee purse too.
Oh,
cute.
so
that's
cute. I
adorable.
love that.
But I really love the like sweater tank top like two-piece thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I don't know what weather I would wear that in is the only thing.
Right? Like that. We couldn't wear that here in Florida. It's too hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the dress, but I'm also not a big dress wearer in like day-to-day life.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so cute.
I love to see collections, so keep sending it and sharing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I love to see it. So send it my way because I want to appreciate it. But I probably won't get anything Bridgerton themed just because at least for now it just feels very seasonal because Bridgerton kind of like comes and goes. And between my Disney collection and my Star Wars collection, I have like way too much stuff. So I definitely shouldn't. But I love to see it.
I think I like the dress, but I don't like that the Bridgerton bee is printed on it. Not like the bumblebee. Like if it has bumblebees on it, but there's just the Bridgerton bee. Mm-hmm. So does like the sweater and the bomber jacket. So I feel like if it didn't have the bee, I might be more inclined to get it. But I do love the card sleeve in the teapot bag. And it would just look so cute with my books and my Funkos.
I want you to get the teapot bag.
I want the teapot too. I think I'm going to get it.
I think I cut out right when you guys started talking about the Funkos, but I did not know that they had them, and now I need them all.
Oh,
I was not aware.
Good thing. Yeah, I have. They need more. They only have Antony, Kate, Queen Charlotte, Daphne, and Simon so far. Mm-hmm. So yeah, those are next on the list. So this is the new collector's edition books that are coming out. You can get them on Amazon or Barnes & Noble. I think Target's going to be selling them as well. These are 2 books in one. So I know that we were all looking at in our private group chat that we have the full set of 8 books, the really pretty, they're like gold leaf metallic books that are in each different color with the main symbol, like a bee, a diamond, a mask on the front. But those are upwards of $800 for resale. So that's crazy. So I'm happy that these are coming out in September, I believe. But if you pre-order them on Amazon, mine say that they're coming early September, and it used to be late August. So I already pre-ordered these. I'm really happy. The only thing is I wish they were pastel colors.
I was just going to say, I'm not a fan of the color scheme.
Not a fan of the neon, and it doesn't make sense to me that Penelope and Colin's story is neither green. I mean, it is green, but there's no yellow. I felt like that would have made sense to make theirs green and yellow, but
I found my teapot purse.
Oh, cute.
Cute. Very cute.
That's
Yeah, I
super
feel like
cute.
you can't have another, but it's very cute.
I love it. So you have 2 teapot purses?
No, I just have that one, but that's why I feel like I can't get the Bridgerton one. But I probably would.
But I think the universal limit is 2. So I think you can get at least one more.
You know, I'm gonna bring that argument to my husband and tell him.
Like, that's the rule of thumb. If it works for the Sith, it works for me. But yeah, I wish that these were pastels, not neons. I don't know.
I want to know why
decided
why. Yeah, it just doesn't feel true to the books that exist, the series. Like, who made the choice and why?
I don't know. I'm like, they look like watermelon, like Skittles. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
But I needed a collector's edition, so I pre-ordered them.
Yeah, they're kind of fun. I mean, ask live chat Brittany, who's known me for 8 years now. I am a huge nerd for like special limited edition books, so I do really like these. This is gonna look so cute on your shelf, Ken's.
Well, and you'll have to let us know what they look like when they come in person, because maybe they're not
as bright.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping they're not as bright, because then they're not going to match anything, you know?
No,
I hope
super cute.
they're not.
And you can see there's like foiling, like gold foiling or metallic foiling. So I want to see a whole Instagram reel, Ken's, where you like hold it into the light.
Oh, I will definitely be doing an unboxing, a reel, everything, because I want to see what they look like. Because right now they just look matte. So I definitely want to see them all shiny, shimmery, splendid. And I like that the pages are colored too. On the sides.
Sprayed edge, they're the best.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the TV covers. So Simon, Kate and Anthony, Queen Charlotte. And then the newest one is for Romancing Mr. Bridgerton. There has been a lot of discourse on this cover because they think that they photoshopped a lot of people. I mean, I can see it. They photoshopped her arms and her face.
Oh, yeah.
And this, her whole thing is like, she's beautiful, and yes, she loses weight in the books, but in the show, she doesn't. We just see her for her true beauty and for her shining and being her dorky self. So I don't like that they photoshopped the cover of the book, because she didn't need to be photoshopped. So, but
yeah, what was
in person today, and it really it's her face for me. It looks like they like airbrushed it.
Yep.
Like, it doesn't really even look like her, in my opinion. It's so weird.
I didn't notice it until you pointed it out, but she does look weirdly photoshopped in the way the light's framing her hair, even though he's casting a shadow on her. It just looks badly photoshopped.
Yeah.
Like, I like I mean, obviously they're TV covers, so they're going to be photoshopped, but I just felt that with Penelope being who she is and how we see her and how we know we know what she looks like and how she's described, I was just a little disappointed that they went ahead and photoshopped her to look a little bit more thin. So that's my only gripe with it. But I do want to eventually get all of the TV covers for each season.
Yeah, they're super cute. I want to see the Bridgerton shelf with all of the books.
Because right now, I have a mix between paperbacks and the hardbacks. And then I have the Target exclusive of the Viscount Who Loved Me, the purple one. So I have a bunch. It's a hodgepodge of a collection, but I want to get them all in their own collections. So
that's how mine is too. I have like the TV Duke and I, and then the original Viscount Who Loved Me, but it's like the bigger size.
Oh yeah.
And then I go back to a smaller size for the next one.
Man, now I have to go look at what I have because I don't even remember.
Let me see. They're up there. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me see. Can you see them? They're right there. So they're just all different covers. And when I ordered the Duke and I, let me grab it.
Can we see the foam cup pops too? I want to see the pop.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I did not know you were under my chair. I'm laying over my cat. Okay.
Oh, and your gloves are so cute, Ken.
Thank you. Okay, let me just grab all of my books.
Whole shelf.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and the next slide is going to have Funkos on it. So if you can't really see them that well, it'll have like an in-depth.
Oh, so
Oh,
cute.
they're
There's
cute.
Simon and Daphne. I love her flowers in her hair. And then Kate and Anthony have their Pall Mall palette or mallets.
Mhm.
So they're really cute. I don't have the queen. I really want her. So where's my? I'm reading Francesca's, so I don't know where. I think it's on my nightstand somewhere. So I have. This was the first one I got. So this is the one I got for Christmas, and it's like the Target exclusive one. So
That's
it doesn't
stunning.
match any of my
Yeah.
books. It doesn't match any of my books, and I wanted these covers for all of them. And they're so expensive. I cannot find them.
Oh,
For
they're so
cheap
pretty. How much do they go for on eBay?
They're like upwards of $60.
Oh,
Oof.
wow.
Yeah, but this one's $20 right now at Target.
Well, you have things for your Christmas list for like the next 6 years.
Seriously, I'm like, I just want to complete all of my versions of my collections. And then, so after that one, I ordered Penelope and Colin's book, so I got the hardback of that.
Mm.
And then after that, I read Benedict, but in a paperback. And then after that, I ordered Daphne and Simon, but I ordered the TV one, and this is the one I got. And so this one
okay, that's the
completely
one that
different.
I have too, and I hate it. I hate it so
Like,
much.
it doesn't go with anything.
No, and like this one is so much cleaner looking. Why? I just don't. I hate
Yeah.
it so much.
I'm here for this
doesn't
rant. I love it.
And then I have Eloise in the hardback, and then Francesca I have in the paperback, which I'm reading. So like nothing matches. So I need them all. I need different. I need a paperback set. I need to donate this and get a different one.
Girl.
and then I also looked. There's none of the other books have this theme.
No.
It's just this one.
Yeah.
So it's a
Yeah.
hodgepodge.
That would
and-
irk me too.
I can
It's like,
tell you
where
how
does this
weird
one?
to
Where
read
is
it
it
is.
supposed to go?
So yeah, it's a hodgepodge. I want to get them all. Yes, we love yes, we are all limited edition girlies. Yes. I think we might be coming up on the last slide. So here are the Funkos. And so yeah, I don't have Queen Charlotte yet, but who do we think is gonna be next? Obviously Colin and Penelope. But who else?
Well, I guess it's kind of who do we think the next season is going to be, I guess, is the real question.
Well, I would personally love a Lady Danbury Funko Pop.
Yes, to go with Charlotte.
Yes.
I would love that.
And a Violet Bridgerton
I was
pop.
just going to say maybe Violet too then.
To have all three of them, I would love that.
Maybe
Also-
Francesca from this season.
I think we're gonna get a Francesca. I think we'll get a Benedict. Maybe. I would love one, but maybe we'll get one.
I think it's really fun. Since we're all Star Wars people, we can appreciate this. But I have the Funko app, and when you look up Bridgerton on the Funko app to pull up these pops, it also comes up with the 2 Ezra Bridger pops.
Oh,
Really?
Amazing.
Yeah,
That's funny.
I didn't know
That's
Ezra was
amazing.
a Bridgerton.
I
Yeah.
know. Right?
With all of his little identities that he has, who knows?
He could
Maybe
be.
he
Yeah,
could
he could
disguise
be.
himself as one.
Right.
You know who would be Cressida would be a really fun Funko Pop because all of her
Her big
crazy
sleeves.
outfits.
Her hair?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That would be a good one. But I definitely want Penelope. I just don't want them to put her in a yellow dress.
Yeah.
Or maybe make her in a yellow dress and then do like a chase or a special edition of her in another, like a blue
Mhm.
green.
And her emerald one, I think that's
Yes.
really pretty.
Yeah, she's got to be a
Yeah.
green at this point. I feel like.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Are these exclusive to a store?
No, you can get them. Her Universe has them. Box Lunch has them. Amazon has them. They're everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
saw
know
them
why.
at-
I don't remember.
You can get them at
seeing them.
Target.
Oh.
I saw Simon at Target today.
Really? Oh my
Uh-huh.
gosh. How have I missed these all this time? That's crazy. And I think a BAM exclusive pop would make sense because BAM takes a lot of the bookish stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
We need to get an exclusive Lady Whistledown, like Penelope writing, or like Penelope with like her hood on with a quill
Yes.
and like a copy of Lady Whistledown. Like, just hire me, Funko.
I also think it would be so cute if they had a Kate with Newton. Like
Yes,
a little
little
Newton.
corgi. Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
yeah.
so cute. That is so cute. Yeah, there's so many Funkos, and like I know that we know that Andrea, she does live streams for the Padme Funkos that we wish we had, and a lot of, like, I think 2 of them that she did have already come true. So she like makes mock-ups, or she hires someone to make a mock-up of
I
what
think one of
outfits
them.
there are. What?
Yeah, Peasant Padme.
Yeah.
That's the only one out of all of the. I think Phantom Menace, I had 5 or 6 concept arts. And the third wave of that for Revenge of the Sith is actually, they're all ready. I just have to schedule it, figure out who's going to be on the panel for the reveal. But the third wave is ready to go too, so I'm excited for that. But you should totally do that. You should do it, Ken's, for Bridgerton pops.
It'd be like, okay, I need like 6 of Penelope, 1 in her yellow, 1 in her green emerald, 1 in a Bridgerton blue, 1 is her Lady Whistledown.
Right.
There's so many. I would love it.
Imagine like the multi-packs though. Like you could do a Featherington family and have like
Ooh.
Yeah.
there's
Or
just
just
so
like
many
every
opportunities.
Bridgerton sibling, like the Bad Batch one that they
The big,
have, all of them,
yeah.
Mhm.
and just
Or
have
like-
all the Bridgertons.
Or like the movie moments where they're like the larger piece and it could be Penelope and Colin in the
in a
carriage.
carriage kissing. I would buy it. I would buy it.
It's funny you said that because you said movie moment, and my brain went to when Antony's is coming out of the pond.
That one is so
With
funny.
the tie.
But you can picture Antony as a Funko Pop with like all wet, and he's like mad taking the tie off. You know?
Yes,
I can
absolutely.
picture that.
I'm here for it.
You know what I was thinking earlier? Because I saw that Mattel did a doll line for Harry Potter recently with Harry Potter and Dumbledore. I was like, oh, it'd be so cool to see a Mattel line for Bridgerton.
That would be cool.
I would buy it. Anything Bridgerton, I will buy it.
I mean, yeah, if they can do it for Harry Potter, do it for Bridgerton. It's really cool because, like, with the little doll clothes, you see like all the details, and those dolls would look so cute on your bookshelf
They would.
with the books and stuff.
They're so cute. I need more Bridgerton merch.
I'm surprised we haven't
I'm
seen
hoping-
a feather. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I hope that they make more now that I feel like it's been
Mhm.
kind of limited, but hopefully they'll now that there's a new season, it's gaining popularity, make more.
It is. The fandom is growing.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
is. It's really popular, and like to get like a huge brand like Hot Topic to collaborate with you,
Mhm.
that's crazy. I want them to make figural blind bag clips, because if we got some of
Yes.
Wednesday is a Netflix series, so like, why can't you give one of Bridgerton? Like, I really want one.
That would be awesome.
I also have these. One of the small shops I work for, she made these, and she actually named them Diamond of the Season, because I was like, they look like Penelope's dress. They're blue with the pink flowers,
Oh yeah.
Oh, those
and they're
are
so
pretty.
sparkly.
So cute.
Yeah, these ones, I really like these. So that's like, I'm like, I need more Bridgerton merch. Who can make me merch? And then,
Well, and you were saying about the feather. You're so right about that. I'm surprised nobody's done anything with that.
yeah. And I ordered a t-shirt off of Netflix that I got a lot of questions about the last couple of days on my TikTok. That for those that don't know, my TikTok is the Kenzie Tano, and I posted a Bridgerton video about the carriage scene, and I haven't looked at it in a couple of hours. But when I woke up, it was at 50,700 views, and now it's at 75.4.
Ooh.
Wow.
So awesome.
It's popping.
Yeah, you got to keep doing Bridgerton stuff.
I guess so. I'm like, they're like, we don't want to see Star Wars anymore. Oh, you can't tell, but it's this one right here. It's pinned to my profile. It's really funny. that Bridgerton shirt is from the Netflix website, which I didn't know that Netflix sold like their own merch. So if you want some cute stuff, they have them over there. They have shirts for Polin, Antony, the Queen. I don't think that they have a relationship one, but for Cantony. But there is one for Polin, and then there's one for Antony by himself and Benedict by himself. So they have those, and then that's all for my Bridgerton stuff. Oh, and then I have a sweatshirt that says "You are the bane of my existence and the object of all my desires."
Love that.
That's from Etsy, but
I'm surprised that shirt is from Netflix. I feel like the stuff that comes from like studios like that usually isn't so cute. Like it looks nicer than what I would expect Netflix merch to be.
yeah.
I agree. I was shocked when you said, like, in your comments to someone it was from Netflix, and I was like, oh my gosh, Netflix, go
I
off.
know. I didn't think. I was like, because I was searching for something. I'm like, the show is coming out in like less than a week, and I have nothing with pollen on it besides my book. So I was like going through, Googling everything because I love Etsy, but sometimes it's not exactly what I want. And like there were shirts of Colin, but they were like season 1 Colin, and I didn't really want that because he looks like a baby, you know? So yeah, I was surprised that it was from the Netflix merch shop for sure. And does anybody else have anything they would like to add to our Bridgerton stream? I know it's been a long one, guys. Sorry. I had a lot to say.
Well, I was going to show I have these ears from a small shop, and they're not branded as Bridgerton, but they're like Bridgerton blue. And then this, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like sequin, so it's like all nice and sparkly. So every time that I wear them, I feel like it just reminds me so much of Bridgerton vibes.
Those are really pretty.
Oh, can you make her screen bigger? I can't really see.
Yes, I can. Those are really cute.
And those are pretty.
So cute.
Kind of, yeah, there we go. The sparkles.
That definitely feels very Bridgerton.
Yeah.
That's so pretty.
Oh, and your earrings.
Yes, bees.
Oh,
So cute.
Bees.
I love it.
Happy bee day, everybody.
Yes.
oh yeah.
I'm gonna go watch the Bee movie now.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
And you already have a backpack for that one. It's Hera.
For the Bee movie.
Yeah, because she looks like the bee from the bee movie.
Oh,
The Hera backpack, Andrea.
Wait, what? Is a voice actor in the Bee movie?
No.
Harris and Dula, the lounge fly backpack. Because
It looks
Remember
like
we
the
were
Bee.
Remember we were
In fact,
saying
I would have never put that together, but now that you've said that,
she looks
I get it.
I wanted a Hera backpack for so long, and they come out with a Hera backpack, and she looks like the bee from the Bee movie, and I can't unsee it. I cannot unsee it.
That's too
No.
funny. I need a side by side of the Bee from the Bee movie and the hair bag. But yeah, that bag was attractive.
I will find one and I will send it to you.
No, but this was super fun. Thanks for doing it.
yeah, thanks.
Thank
Maybe we'll
you.
have to
I
do a part
know.
2 for part
Yes.
2.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
We're
please.
definitely going to do a part 2. So part 2 comes out June 13th, 16th.
13th, I think.
I think it's the 13th.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
13th.
Whatever that Thursday is, yeah.
So June 13th. So we'll have to come up with another date where we're all available to where we can all do this again, and then we can see what's gonna happen. Anybody have any predictions for part 2? I have only one. I think there's an announcement at the end of the season during a ball. And I think that ball is going to be a masquerade ball, and I think that's where we're going to meet Benedict's love interest, and that's all I'm going to say.
Ooh,
I agree.
I
I agree
like
with the
that.
prediction.
It's a very good prediction.
I think
That would be great.
everybody
Oh,
dies.
it's true.
You think
Why would
everybody
you say
dies?
that?
Everybody dies. The show is canceled.
Thanks, Brittany.
Brittany.
Thank you.
I
Thanks
didn't know
for
Brittany
watching
was
us
a
for this long. Oh my
Bridgerton
goodness.
fan. Oh,
didn't know
wait, was
either.
that Maddie or Britt?
What?
Say
Go
that
ahead.
again.
What?
Oh,
I just
Maddie, say that again.
I was just saying to Brittany, thanks for watching us for this long. She's been
Yeah, sorry. I know it's so long, you guys. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I didn't know Brittany was a Bridgerton fan until today. I was like, "Did you see season 3?" And she's like, all caps, "OMG, yes, I loved it." And so I sent her the link. But
My friend Alex, she just texted me today saying that she finished the first 4 episodes because she hadn't seen the whole show, and she's like, "This is amazing. Why haven't I watched it before?" I'm like, I don't know. Why not? She's like, "What else can I watch?" I'm like, "Well, have you seen Queen Charlotte?" And she's like, "No, I'm watching it now." So she's watching it now, so it's good.
Be
I love that. I got a
prepared.
text from a friend like halfway through the stream. It was somebody who I was like, "You should watch this show." And she texted me halfway through this and was like, "I binged all 3 seasons. It was fabulous." It's like,
It's so good. Nobody else I know has seen season 3 yet. This was so cathartic. Well, I'm so happy we could be here for you, Britt. Maybe next time you can join us, or you can be the host.
that would be fun.
That would be fun. Anybody else have predictions though for the later half of season 3?
I really hope because I'm an enemies to lovers fan, and this has the opportunity to be lovers to enemies to lovers. I know in the book the discovery is not that intense. At least that's what I'm told because I haven't read it, and I really want it to be like I want them to make it, especially because Colin had that whole thing in the first half where he's like, when I find her, I'm gonna ruin her life. Like I really want there to be a fallout. That's like my only request. And I want them to come back
Act
to each
3
other.
breakup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mid-season. They have to do something. It's gonna get messy, and I know it is because how they've gone with this. Eloise knows and Colin doesn't, and I don't know how they're gonna do it. So if there's a mid-season breakup, then to happily ever after, I'm all for it.
is there only 4 more episodes?
Yeah, there's 4 more.
How bad of a breakup can it be? Say they break up at the end of the first of the second wave, and then they have to get back together by the penultimate episode. So it's like, how bad of a breakup can it be, really?
Yeah,
Maybe not like the length, but the severity of their words, like their interaction will just gut wrench us.
Yeah, that's what we want. You know what, though? It makes me laugh that Colin doesn't know because so Penelope makes that comment to Eloise about how, well, if Lady Whistledown didn't say anything, it would be suspicious. Eloise knows, but she makes a similar comment to Colin.
I'm like,
and he doesn't like question that. Like,
yeah,
you're smart enough to, right?
He's too distracted right now.
He should have been like, what's suspicious is that you would even say that.
Yeah.
Right? It's suspicious you're saying it would be suspicious. Like, what is...
Yeah. Anybody else have anything? No? Okay, then. Well, that was the Galactic Tea Time with our Star Wars girlies. Thank you to everybody who stuck around for such a long show. I really appreciate it. Or a near-death experience on one person's part, I suppose. What?
I don't know.
Well, everybody, it has been a splendid time. Thank you to all of our dearest readers for sticking around. I really appreciate it. And thank you for sticking through all of the technical difficulties and the stutters and the anxiety I've had through this live stream, because it was my first one. So thank you very much. And thank you, ladies. Does everybody want to say where they can find you so they can follow you or subscribe to your channels?
I guess just Padawan Chronicles on YouTube. If you like Star Wars, I don't really cover Bridgerton stuff, although this was super fun. Really looking forward to you doing more Bridgerton stuff, Ken's, because it's so trendy right now, and like your reels really caught on. So, and I feel like it's just super fun. I like to look at the merch. And thank you to my husband Joshua for being in the live chat.
Thank you.
Joshua's like supportive, like a mom would be supportive.
Like the mom from Mean Girls with like the camera. Like,
yes. I'm like, Mom, stop embarrassing me, Mom. But no, it's been fun.
So sweet. That's so sweet. Okay. And then Maddie, you have TikTok and Instagram?
Yeah. I am the Jedi Maddie on TikTok and Instagram. Also mostly Star Wars, but I mean, I post whatever my heart desires. So there's a little Bridgerton in there, a little bit of musical theater in there. You never know what you might come across.
Alrighty. And then either Tia or Brittany.
Hello. I am Crafton on Ilum. I'm on Instagram and TikTok and sometimes YouTube, like here. Mostly Star Wars stuff. So if you like Star Wars.
And you have a small shop, right?
I do. Yes. Can't forget about that. My link is on my shop, or on my Instagram page, on my link tree, and I have a couple of designs coming out. One Lethal based style theme design, and then a Qui-Gon one coming out soon. So if you like mugs, stay tuned.
Alrighty, and I just want to say this. What can I say? She's the diamond of my every season. I support all endeavors. That's so cute.
Gosh.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you guys earlier. Yes, thank you, Josh.
Gosh, I need to tell Chris to step up his game.
Yeah.
Okay, give me your turn.
Just have him rewatch Bridgerton.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's what the ladies want.
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok as magically_blonde, and then on Twitter as the Magic Nook. And I post all types of fandom stuff. So my like number one thing is obviously going to be Star Wars, but I also post like Disney and gaming and anime and a lot of Bridgerton lately. So yeah.
Alrighty, and then I'm just the Kenzie Tano on everything. So thank you everyone for sticking around, and we'll see you guys next time. I'll keep an eye out for our stories. I know that I posted on YouTube, TikTok, and on Instagram for our live stream today. So I'll post another one when we come up with another date for part 2 after we've all binged those last 4 episodes like a bajillion times. So yeah, stay tuned, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone.